Alrighty. Okay. All right. We live. We are live. Check on my phone. Make sure. Yep. Okay. Cool. Ooh. Turn it down. Yep. We live. Yo, what's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Alex Thomas here, back with another live stream for you guys, another Nerd Talk episode for you guys. I'm here with a special guest today with my boy Tyler. Go ahead and introduce yourself, buddy.
What's up, everybody? My name's Tyler. I go by Mind of the Nerd on Instagram. I do weekly reviews, cover everything in physical media and the cinema world. And yeah, I'm really excited tonight to be watching Spider-Man 2.
Yes. Me and John, one Sunday, we was just like, we just wanted to watch. Well, actually, the Spider-Man trailer really got me hyped to watch Spider-Man because obviously Doc Ock is in that trailer, and we don't know if it's true or not, but it got me hyped to see if really is what's his name is in the movie, Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield. It's like I feel like watching the original Spider-Man, so I was telling John like, might as well just do it as like a watch along, like just start my first watch along series with watching Spider-Man. So we did that like a couple weeks ago. AJ didn't even notice I did it because he's like, why are you guys starting with Spider-Man 2? Why don't you do the first Spider-Man? Like, we did do the first Spider-Man. If you guys haven't checked it out, obviously if you're watching now, you can watch afterwards. It's got the kind of ability where if you haven't seen, you can watch it with us. So that's the idea of this stream right here. We're gonna if anyone who wants to watch it with us, we got it on DVD, Blu-ray, 4K, shit. If you got the VHS, go ahead and just skip past all the menus, get to the beginning of the film, and when we press play, you will press play as well. So that's how the whole idea goes, and we'll basically be watching it with us. We can chat about the movie. We also will take live questions as well in the chat. So if you guys got any questions for us, you guys can ask us away in the chat and stuff like that. So that's the idea of the stream. So yeah, Tyler, but obviously we're waiting on John. John is supposed to be here. He says he's gonna be like 15 minutes late, so we're not gonna start the film yet. We're gonna wait for more people to come into the stream as well. So yeah, but first thing I wanted to talk about today, obviously, is some physical media discussion, Tyler. So have you picked up any new physical media lately?
Last week I bought the Thing Steelbook, 4K Steelbook. And a couple of weeks ago I bought the 2 Steelbooks for Batman: The Long Halloween and A Quiet Place Part 2. And actually, I wish I had it out. I didn't pick it up, but my dad just gave me The Last Jedi on 4K and the digibook of Solo, which is fucking awesome because
Nice.
I love Solo. Solo to me is the most underrated Star Wars movie. Don't at me.
No,
Sorry,
I would say a lot of people agree. I just think that the reason why I didn't really get into Solo that much is because I didn't want a Han Solo movie. Like I just didn't want to
I
know
didn't
about his
either.
character. I didn't want to know about his character before A New Hope because when he showed up in A New Hope, it was the idea of who this guy is and what is he about. The stories were more interested in actually seeing the stories. So that's the reason why when they first announced him, like I'm not really behind this project. He just spoiler alert, he dies in Force Awakens. So it's like, do we really need this movie? But do we really need any movie? So that's kind of a stupid thing to say. Like, do we really need it or not? But
Yeah. I think I love it so much mainly because I thought it was going to be terrible. I walked in
yeah,
thinking this is going to be a fucking disaster. And because the trailers were not good.
right.
I remember I think Solo was the only Star Wars movie that had a Super Bowl trailer.
Yeah.
And right
Yep.
there that was a red flag. I was like, okay,
Well,
that's strange because
well, since the newer movies have only came out in Christmas, so they didn't need Super Bowl trailers.
I
That's
guess
probably why. Because the Solo came out in the summertime, which was the first Star Wars movie of this new era that came out in the summertime. So that's the one reason why we got a Super Bowl trailer.
which I think that I love the movie as it is, but I feel like because it was supposed to be that Rise of Skywalker was actually supposed to come out in May of 2019, but
Yeah.
I think there was a shift, and then Solo
Mhm.
started coming out in May, and then Rise of Skywalker went back to December. I think
Yeah.
December was the perfect spot for those story based Star
Yeah.
Wars movies.
Yeah.
Solo to me was the perfect place for May. I think it's a summer movie. Rogue
Yeah.
One, I mean, it could be a summer movie. I feel like it worked better in December, but I
Yeah.
think Solo was
That's a better
definitely a
December movie.
summer,
Yeah.
movie. But
Blockbuster.
there were just so many red flags, and I was like, this is going to be terrible. This is going to be terrible. And I actually walked out loving it. And upon rewatches, I've loved it even more and more and more.
That's
You
crazy.
know.
That's crazy that you so you've never so you've seen the digibook in stores, but you just never picked it up, and then now that you wanted it, it's gone.
Mm-mm. I never like saw it. I just remembered that my dad had it,
Mm,
and I wanted it because. So for the guys that don't know, I I only have I have every single Star Wars movie on physical media.
mm,
I don't know if you guys remember it. It was like a single slip case where it was episodes 1, 2, and 3, and then 4, 5, and 6. It was like blue and green. I don't know if you
yeah,
remember,
yeah.
Alex.
I have.
Yeah,
I'm gonna show you which ones I have. That's like in the slip box. I have the one with
I
Darth Vader.
had.
So this is the
Oh yeah,
one
I've
I
seen
have.
those.
Like this, and the other one has Yoda. But I know which one you're talking about. It has Darth Vader on the side, and it's blue.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
got those. I think I got so lucky back when Toys R Us was a thing, or I guess is coming back because I think it is coming back. When
yeah.
Toys R Us was a thing, I got both of those for I think $15 a piece.
Mm,
And I was just like, bro, it's the Star Wars series on Blu-ray for $30 basically.
yeah,
And it was just insane to
yeah.
me. And then I bought The Force Awakens when it came out, obviously, because I loved it. And every single one I bought when it came out, except Solo, because
Mm,
I don't know why I just didn't want to get it. And I
yeah,
got it, I think, on Black Friday. It didn't have a slipcover, and I was pissed because it's like a collector's phobia, and I know
mm.
Alex has it too, where
Yeah,
all of my Star Wars movies, including Rise of Skywalker, has a slipcover, and then Solo's the only one without a slipcover. It just bugged the shit out of me, And also, Rise of Skywalker. I don't like Rise of Skywalker at all. I think it's awful. It was the only 4K Star Wars movie I had, and it's like
right.
it sucked because it's like I want to watch Star Wars on 4K, but the only one I have is the one that I would probably never watch.
Yeah,
So I asked my dad for the Solo digibook because he bought it and he doesn't use it. So I was like, "Oh, can I have it because I'm gonna put it to use?" And I also asked him for Last Jedi. He gave it to me. So now I have two. Well, one of my favorites and then a really good one. I think Last Jedi is really good. You know.
yeah. I agree. I actually have this. I have all the steel books for all the Star Wars movies. But obviously, the steel books that was released, they were Blu-ray. But Last Jedi and Rise of Skywalker were 4K. The Force Awakens wasn't. That was a Blu-ray steel book when it came out. So I have all of them steel book. Now I have all. The only ones I don't have in 4K is I don't have the prequels. I have Revenge of the Sith. I don't have Attack of the Clones or and I don't have Solo. I don't have Attack of the Clones Solo or John just popped up. Shit, can I talk? I don't have Attack of the Clones or Phantom Menace or Solo. Let's add John into the stream. There you go, my
Yo,
guy. Let's go ahead and change the format real quick. See if does this look better. Do we seem far away?
Yes, it does.
Let's change it back there. I like this format better. It's not that
yeah,
bad.
it's cool.
I took it the other way,
Yeah.
but it's your stream. You can do what you want.
It don't matter to me.
Yeah, I mean it's cool. You just feel like we're more close and personal, more close and personal. But yeah, John just made it into the building. Like I said, we are doing a watch along of Spider-Man 2. We were just doing a quick physical media discussion. My boy Tyler was just telling us what he recently got. He said he got the Solo digibook from his dad and also Last Jedi on 4K, which is awesome because Last Jedi, if you haven't watched it yet, Tyler, it looks amazing in 4K. Regardless of what anybody says, the movie to me is probably the best shot Star Wars film, in my opinion.
Oh
Would you
no, it
guys
is
say
the
that?
best shot. I don't know what movie would get in the series.
Yeah.
It is definitely the best shot, I would say. It's not even up for debate.
Yeah.
You know, even like Rogue One would maybe give it competition.
Yeah. Rogue One is
Yeah, I was gonna
is
say Rogue One is up there
Rogue
too.
One looks great. Yeah, you're right about that. But we got some people in the chat. Let me go ahead and shout them out. We have 4K D-Ray. He was actually here earlier. He just said, thanks for providing the great content. Well, thank you so much as well. Thank you for giving us the great content as well. He actually hit me up about doing a collection battle. And I said, oh, yeah, I'd definitely love to come back and do one. We got Mark Thomas giving us the fire emoji. We got Bruce Wayne in the chat saying, hey, guys. We got Bailey the Stan says, what's up? What's up, man? Like I said, this is the thing we're doing. We're doing a watch along of Spider-Man 2. So basically the idea is we're going to all cue our movie, however format we're watching. We're going to stop it at timestamp 0. And we're all going to hit play right at the same time. And we're all going to be watching the movie together, talking about it, answering questions in the live chat and stuff like that. So that's the idea. And also, you know, ask you guys questions and stuff. What's going on, John?
What version are we watching? Theatrical or extended?
Theatrical, because the version Tyler has is not 2.1.
Okay.
He just has the standard.
Theatrical.
He has a theatrical version. They actually released it separately on DVD. So if you have, so I'll say, Tyler, when you buy it on Blu-ray or 4K, you're automatically gonna have the 2.1 version. You don't have to worry about like getting another version. Because John at first time he thought the version he only had the 2.1 version. Like, no, John, it has both. You just got to switch between the formats. But you said when you automatically start yours, it automatically go to 2.1.
Yeah, like it didn't give me a menu to or a sub menu to go to theatrical or extended. It just started right up.
Oh wow. Okay. Well.
Yeah.
Oh wow. That's weird. Okay. So yeah, we got PR Puerto Rico in the chat saying, "What is up, Alex? What is going on, man?" We got Elsa. Can I not? Guerrero. I was like, can I not see? Yeah, I might say, can I not see? It's just saying, what's up? What's going on? We got Frank Castle in the building. What's going on? The Punisher. What's going on?
What's up?
We got this person. I can't read your comment. So, are you a spam? I think you are a spam. So
yeah, that's a bot.
That's a bot. Go ahead and.
You famous now. You got bots, man.
I got bots, man. I got bots. Oh my lord. Oh my lord. We got bots in the chat. But it's all right. It is what it is. So yeah, we got Mrs. Stu in the building saying, what's up? Oh, the chat is moving. Did Tyler get kicked out? I think Tyler just got kicked out. All right, we're gonna wait for Tyler to join back in to start the movie. But John, what's going on, man? It feels like it's been a minute since we've done this.
Man. It has, man. Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you, man. Thank you, man.
Congrats.
Thank you. We got our first question. Like I said, we're gonna answer a couple questions. Then we're gonna start the live. I'll just wait on everyone to make sure everyone is ready. Is everybody queued up? I'm queued up.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I'm queued up as well. At the moment, I'm seeing the candle on there, and I paused it directly at the candle. Like that's what I'm seeing right now. So.
Okay.
Right before the Columbia thing. But the first question is, how many Blu-rays and 4Ks do you guys have? You guys can go first.
Too many.
Do you guys know your exact number?
462.
All together, like your entire movie collection, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. If I want to count my entire movie collection, that's includes DVDs, Blu-rays, and 4Ks, it's over 1,500. It's over 1,500.
I'd say like 250-ish. Depends. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's just a random number off the top of my head.
Yep. Yeah, it's about 1,500, and I think for at least, I don't know, I've been collecting for a long time, like since I graduated high school. So about 10 years. I was collecting DVDs at first, and then I got into Blu-rays, and then obviously we had to suck into the niche and bought 4K. So yeah. We got Bailey to stand asking, is John from Ohio? Yes, he is. He's from Cleveland, Ohio, like me. That's why he's wearing the hat. Oh, I figured they asked because of your hat. Frank Castle asks, are you guys watching the Sam Raimi Spider-Man 2? Yes, we are, Frank. So if you want to watch it with us, Get any format you have, Blu-ray, 4K, DVD. Like I said, I think we're all watching it. I don't know, we're watching it on Blu-ray, and Tyler's watching a DVD, but you can watch it on any format. Just get all the way to the beginning of the film, and when we hit play, that's when you hit play, and we'll all watch it and talk about it. So I've been really excited to watch this. So yeah.
Frank,
We
for
got
the
my brother
record, the only
Marquise.
Spider-Man 2 that matters is the one that we're watching.
I mean, I will say the first two. The third one, I mean, I get some enjoyment out of it. Like we said in the chat, when we
No.
when we
By
talked about.
I
Spider-Man
don't
2,
think that's
I
what he
meant
was
like
referring to. He was
Oh,
talking about the
yes.
Amazing
John knows what
Spider-Man
I was
2.
referring to.
yeah. I mean, if you want to count Far From Home as a sequel to Spider-Man, I mean, Far From Home is a good Spider-Man sequel.
I guess.
So yeah. All right, so let's get it. All right, y'all ready to start? Y'all ready to start?
I'm
Yes,
ready.
sir.
All right. Let's get it. Let's go. All right, so like I said, we're all gonna press play at the same time. Is everybody ready?
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna count down from 3, and we're all gonna hit play. 3, 2, 1, play. All right, yeah. Like I said, we're watching Spider-Man 2. Tyler, you asked us in the chat who made the score for Spider-Man 3. I know we're talking about Spider-Man 3, but these opening credits, the score sounds the same besides Spider-Man 3, which this opening score is amazing. Which is,
Agreed.
I don't care. Nobody say is very hummable. I hum it from time to time when I'm watching it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I like this between the credit scenes after watching all three of them. I think this is my favorite because of the artwork that they use in the opening credits.
I like 3s. I like that
I like
version
3
of
as well. Yeah.
the score, the boom, 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 boom. I don't know. I really dig it.
Yeah. Yeah, it has more of a, I guess you could say, a more epic, dark feel to it. And like I said, I just think it's because Danny Elfman didn't do the score. It was, like I said, it was Christopher Young who did the score for Spider-Man 3. And I think Danny Elfman, they just sampled his score. That's what they did. So he got a credit. I think he did get a credit for the music, but he didn't do the actual score. Here we got Alfred Molina showing up as Doc Ock. And your thoughts on Alfred Molina as Doc Ock?
I love him.
I love him.
Doc Ock.
It's fantastic.
Yeah,
for sure.
Let me move this a little bit because I can't see the subtitles.
Okay.
I'm gonna read them. But yeah, he's fantastic. I love him. I think this was the one I watched the most as a kid. The second one.
Mm-hmm.
Same.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah. I still remember getting this on DVD when I was a kid and being so excited watching the documentary. This is probably one of the most rewatched documentaries I ever watched, was the making of this movie, because they had a 12-part like documentary on the DVD. On your DVD, I think it's on the Blu-ray too, but on your second disc, it's probably, this is one of the best documentaries from a movie making standpoint that I've ever seen.
I watched those special features until I couldn't watch them anymore. Like the disc broke, it was all scratched up. And this was actually the first DVD that I ever bought for myself.
Really? Nice.
Excuse me.
Yeah, I remember getting this for Christmas,
3,
I think.
Or Bad Boys 2.
Yeah, I remember getting this for Christmas and being so excited because I was the one that didn't go see it in the theaters because my mom just didn't have the availability for me to go to the theater. She wasn't driving or anything, so I had to wait for this movie to come out on DVD to watch it, which was terrible because I don't remember the time frame from when movies came out. I know I always got my stuff on Christmas, so imagine waiting from when this movie came out, in June or July, all the way to Christmas to watch it. That's horrible.
I think I always remembered the time frame being 3 months from theaters to physical media. 3 months about.
We get the opening monologue from Tobey Maguire, and it's feel like they kept the trope of him always doing the opening monologue for each movies, which it kept the consistency, which I did like. Yeah, so let's go ahead and get into the chat and see what people are saying in the chat. I think we still got some bots in here. Okay. Right, so we got my twin brother in the chat saying,
didn't the pizza manager play like the Fire Lord in Last Airbender or some shit?
Talking about this guy right here?
He was
yeah.
He was Admiral Zhao.
Yeah, the 2.1 version extends this scene a little bit where he's talking to his employees and stuff like that. When I first saw it, it threw me off because I'm like, oh shit, I don't remember this being in the movie. But
yeah, the 2.1 version, I kind of don't like it.
I mean,
Like,
it has its moments. It's better for the action sequences than the dialogue.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, the action sequence is better.
yeah.
But there's a lot of scenes in there where it's like, yeah, I know why this didn't make the final cut.
Yeah,
like
the scene where Mary Jane has the conversation with her friend that was definitely need to be taken out because it feels too long.
Yeah.
Director's cuts, like for the most part, director's cuts, I can't stand them. Or extended cuts, I can't like not something like Justice League, but something like
it depends though, because I mean something like
it depends on the movie. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say something like Lord of the Rings. If you're not into that stuff, you're not gonna like the extended cuts because that's like 4 hours of stuff.
I have Ted, the movie Ted on Blu-ray, and the extended cut. There's so many scenes in there where I'm just like, oh, this shit is so cringe. Like, why is this in here? Like, I remember watching the extended cut because I hadn't seen it for the first time, and I switched back to the theatrical because the jokes that were cut were so bad.
Yeah. Now, this pizza thing is so stupid. So you're telling me he has to get to a certain place in New York City at a certain time? There's no way. There's no way, bro. No way. It's impossible. How do you guys have business? There's no way. Because I would be reporting you guys because that's false advertisement.
Well, how long was he given to deliver the pizzas? What, 29
minutes. 29
minutes.
Yes. He said he has to go how many
New
blocks?
York, right?
He has to go 42 blocks in 7.5 minutes.
You tripping.
Does that make any sense? No.
No. Tyler, have you ever ordered a pizza and gotten it in 29 minutes?
Hell no. You kidding me? I think the closest I got was maybe 45 minutes, and that's minimum, bro.
But that's crazy because, but it's different for us though. Because I ain't gonna lie, I got 2 pizza spots right down the street. I got Papa John's and Pizza. They're like literally right down the street. So that's different for me. So how close is the closest pizza joint from you though?
So I actually lied. There's one right around the corner from me. They're pretty quick.
Okay.
But Domino's is like
right down the street.
Yeah, but like my Domino's is like a good 5 or so blocks away from me, and they still take like a good 45 minutes, and I'm just like, bro, you're not that far, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But sometimes it depends on the workers though. Like he might be the only pizza delivery guy, so that's why it's so terrible for him to get places.
Bro, what would you do, bro, if you that girl and you see the state of those pizzas, bro?
You see it's crushed. Like one of the pizzas are literally caved inside of another pizza, bro.
That shit, bro.
But it just doesn't make any sense though. Like there's no way you're getting a pizza to a certain place at a certain time, especially in traffic. And at this point, it's like it's rush hour. Like it's crazy. I love that. I love that he still has
Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, yo, the product placement in these movies is crazy, bro. Look at this. Like that's insane, bro. Here come one of the best characters ever put in this movie.
You're fired.
Oh my goodness, man. Yo, shout out to Elizabeth Banks showing up in this movie though, or in all 3 though. Just
you know what? For the longest, I didn't know that was Elizabeth Banks.
Yeah, I could see that though. In some of her movies,
this was the first thing I saw her in.
Yeah, me too. Yep, I agree.
Probably.
But she changes her hair. I think she's kept blonde hair in most of her movies, but she's changed her hair in a lot of movies, and she just looks different. And it's got to do with makeup too. Because I remember when I saw her, she popped up in Catch Me If You Can, but she was a small cameo. Like, oh, there goes Elizabeth Banks in there, and she just looks different from this movie. Look, food poisoning scares Sweep City. That's Sam Raimi's brother popping up out of here. I love that they got him back as playing.
His Stanley's cameo in the first one is so bad. I remember watching. I was watching it today. Yeah. I was like, that was his cameo.
And it's kind of the same way in this movie too, because he just nothing but pulls a girl out the way from getting hit by debris again. Like it's the same cameo. But then
in the third one, they gave him like probably the best one.
The best cameo, yeah, he has. Yeah, I think I will put it up there as top 3 for cameos for sure. I'd be
I
like, man,
wish
fuck
that
forget Mary Jane. I'm going after Betty. What the heck? Like,
I kind of wish that like his last cameo in Endgame was kind of like the one from Spider-Man 3. Something that was
yeah.
like,
We
oomph.
got
Even though it was
mid
great
level
though.
media in the chat. What's going on, man? He said I really
Yo,
need
what up,
to.
mid-level media?
He said I really need to rewatch this one. My favorite live action Spider Man. Yeah, me too. I talked about this. Probably is still the best Spider Man movie. And this movie came out 2004. And there's certain things in this movie that are cringy. Like we'll get to them. Obviously, the raindrops fall on my head scene. That's a little cringy. It would not work today if they did it today. But there's a lot of scenes that do work in this movie. Like this scene right here when he's talking to Dr. Connors. He has one of the greatest lines in this movie where he says like a planning isn't a major at this university. And that's a great line because, as especially when we go through our life, we plan a lot of stuff, but sometimes we don't go through with some of our plans. And it's a great line. Like that's a great line. I'm upset they didn't do more with this actor to play Doc Connors because
I really
Dylan Baker's a great
what
actor.
they were gonna do for like Spider-Man 4 because they put so many pieces in different places. Like I heard like Vulture was supposed to be there, then you had Dr. Connors, obviously, who probably would have eventually became Lizard. And
Bruce
then Bruce Campbell.
Yep.
There's so many pieces of where they could have gone with this series,
Yeah, for sure. And we got introducing all the characters. We got Harry, we got Mary Jane, Aunt May. It's like it's so funny though.
Mary
like
Jane looks so tired in this movie. She looks exhausted.
Yeah. Was she doing something in between making this movie? Because that's
bro.
Was she really like?
Bro. Kirsten Dunst is not a bad actress, but I find her the least annoying in 3, but she is so annoying in these movies, bro. In terms of when she's like in danger and shit,
no, I don't think she's annoying in the first movie. I really like her in the first movie. It's just what they're giving her though. That's why I think like I was talking to John when we did the first we were watching the first one. I was like, they made a mistake not allowing Peter and Mary Jane to be together in this movie. They made a mistake with that because you have this whole movie with them basically fighting and not getting along, and then in the third movie you have the same thing. So they don't have no growth.
They spent 2 movies. Yeah, they spent 2 movies with her being mad at him.
Yeah, so there's no growth with these characters. So you don't believe their relationship in the third movie.
In the first one, it wasn't that she was mad at him. It was just that they were playing with the fact that he's a
loser. We're talking about the second one and the third one.
This movie.
Oh, yeah.
He misses her play, and then she gets pissed at him, and they're not talking basically about the entire movie, until the scene where they meet up in the coffee shop. That's the first time they talk and have a good conversation. And now we got Harry obsessing over Spider-Man because he believes.
I love the transition from the first to this with Harry. I think it's so great.
Yeah, I agree.
And where did this notion come from that James Franco can't act? Like seriously, where did this notion
they
come
tripping.
from?
People say that.
Yeah, I think there's a big dispute on Twitter and stuff that he's canceled or something from acting or something like that. Like they're saying he can't act, and I disagree. He's really good as an actor, good dramatically and comedy. He can do both. A lot of actors can't do both.
He's pretty fucking funny though. He is damn funny. I think he could have been great in Spider-Man. Well, he's good in 3, for what he's given, but I feel like what he's given is garbage.
It's a lot of cringy stuff in 3 that he does though. Like I believe the whole amnesia plot was just stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's just another way just so he can. Well, I know we will obviously watching Spider-Man 2, but we're going to talk about Spider-Man 3. Like it's going to be a given.
Yeah.
But
the thing about 3 is that each one of those, none of those storylines were bad. They were just all in the same movie. They each had in their own thing.
I just think they weren't executed to the potential they could have been executed. I just think they become lazy.
They didn't have enough time. It was 3 major storylines in one movie.
Yeah.
It just wasn't enough time to flesh out each storyline.
And they were going to split into 2 movies.
Yeah, Chris Stuckman had a really good video on Spider-Man 3. I don't know if you guys watched it, where he basically laid it out of how to fix it.
I seen that video. Yeah, I saw it. I saw that video. But that's what I'm saying. He put the notion of splitting it into 2 movies. You split it. you split these movies into two and start the second movie with all the reveals from this movie. Like you don't reveal Harry gets his amnesia back in the first part. You do it in the second part. You
Have it
keep
as
all the
like a
same,
post credit scene. He's
yeah, you
walking through
keep
the
all
house
the
and then
same
he sees
plot
the
lines.
mask.
You make him lose his suit at the end of the first part, and then the second part you get Venom throughout the entire movie. But
Exactly.
I mean, I just believe that Sam Raimi. I've read that he didn't even want to He didn't even want to touch Venom. The studio
Yeah.
pursued Venom, so he really had no choice. He's a
Dude,
director
I feel like
hired to do a
a
project. So
movie. Yeah, I feel like a whole movie based off Venom where he played up the horror vibes of Venom could have been fucking awesome.
yeah, with Spider-Man in the same movie, right?
Yeah,
Not
but
just his own movie,
yeah,
right?
but
Yeah. Hmm.
Sam Raimi doesn't like the newer version of Spider-Man.
Yeah,
He
right,
likes older Spider-Man. That's why
yeah,
he chooses the villains that he
That's
has.
why,
right,
when they say that Doctor Strange is the new one is going to be like a horror movie, I
yeah,
believe them. I think it's going
yeah,
to be something special.
yeah. See,
Hmm. No, I
going
do.
back,
I
going
do
back
too.
to this right here, this scene right here in 2.1 is extended, and it doesn't need to be extended. There's a lot more
Hmm.
in this scene right here with these two characters talking that don't need to be here. Like I think there's a scene where she said, "I'm seeing somebody now." He says, "Oh, therapy." Like what? Like that's just so random. Like just cut to where what's going on. We don't need that extra dialogue. You can see why they cut it
Oh,
down.
Alex, I asked you earlier. I was watching the first one earlier today.
Yeah,
Are her parents in the comics white trash the way they are in these movies?
you talking about Mary Jane?
Yeah.
I don't think her parents are
I
white
don't know.
trash. I think that she does come from a broken home, but she uses that to be it. She's the way that her character is in these movies is not how she is in the comics. She's a more
Hmm.
outgoing personality in the
Yeah.
comics. But the reason why is that because she has a terrible home life. She do have a terrible home life, but it's not I don't think to the extent the way they do these movies.
Hmm.
But um, that's why I think the reason why this Mary Jane just doesn't work because if Sam Raimi is going back to those original comics, the way Mary Jane is she's a very outgoing person. She's not
Yeah.
how the way Kristen Dunst is playing her.
Since we're talking about Mary Jane and love interest, do you guys feel like love interest in superhero movies, like obviously they mostly female, but do you feel like they kind of weak?
Yeah,
It depends.
I
Yeah.
think it does depend on who's handling the story, and like
And who's acting too.
who's acting it with one another. I think like we always point to Emma Stone and Andrew Garfield, but I think people always give it credit, but I always tell everybody they were dating when they were making those movies, so of
Hmm.
course they're gonna give real chemistry because they are together. You
I
know,
think the
um,
ones that work are Iron Man and
Iron Man
Pepper.
and Pepper,
And
yes, yes.
I like Peter and MJ or
Yeah,
Michelle,
and the newer
whatever.
Spider-Mans, yeah,
And
yeah,
I like them.
Hmm.
Cap and Peggy, I like them too.
Hmm.
Vision and Wanda, I like them.
yeah. They have good chemistry for sure.
Um,
Well, the Vision and Wanda, they're different because
Yeah,
they kind of like they were kind of like fully, almost fully fleshed out on their own, almost.
yeah, yeah. But we got a question in the chat. Said, what version do you guys prefer, theatrical or extended for Spider-Man 2? I think it
theatrical.
depends on. I really depends. It really depends on what day I'm feeling. Because the one day there's certain days I do watch 2.1 to see the extra extended fight scenes. But if I'm putting it
Yeah,
on, it's the theatrical version.
yeah.
Theatrical. It's not even up for debate. I like the extended doesn't make it bad. It's just like I really have a pet peeve with making extended versions to movies that don't need them.
Yeah. Frank Castle said, "Was there ever talks for Raimi doing a fourth film?" Yes, there was. There was a
Yes.
talk for doing a
Yes, it
fourth film. The
was.
third film made almost 900 million. It made close to $900 million. There was no way they weren't going to do another movie because it's still in this trilogy. It's the highest grossing one, even though it's the weakest one. It still made the most money.
I really
I
don't
know Sam Raimi
understand.
was sick. I know he was sick when he saw
Hmm.
how much money that movie
Hmm.
made. Like,
I
bruh,
mean, you
I
gotta
gotta
I
think
do
about it.
another one.
You gotta think about it. The marketing for that film. I just recently just watched the trailers and the marketing for this movie. Even this trailer alone for Spider-Man 2. I still remember watching this trailer for the first time. And the way they market these movies were spectacular. Like,
the
Yeah.
teaser trailer for the first one was insane. With
yes.
the 9/11 one before they removed it
Yeah.
because of what
Yeah.
happened.
Yeah, I told my father that he didn't even know that that was a thing. He didn't know that that scene was supposed to be in the movie and they took it out because of the 9/11
Mm.
situation. That scene was supposed to be in the movie of the bank heist and him stopping them. And obviously they changed it out with the montage of all the people talking about Spider-Man.
I
Um,
love the
Mm.
Alfred Molina hairdo. I don't know what it
yes,
is. I
yes,
love
yeah.
it.
Yeah, we're
It's
now
so
getting
great.
introduced to Alfred Molina as Doc Ock, and I do love these two their chemistry. Tobey Maguire and Alfred Molina are great together in this movie. Um, I think
This
Alfred
was the
Molina just
precursor
delivers his
to the
dialogue
game,
so great.
I think, because this relationship in this movie reminds me a lot of the game.
For
Oh,
Spider-Man
absolutely,
PS4,
absolutely. Spider-Man PS4, yeah,
yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. It was heavily influenced by this.
yes,
I
yes,
remember how well they hid the fact that he wasn't that Doc Ock what like they didn't reveal in the trailer that Doc Ock was like Doc
yes.
Ock.
I
I
loved it.
remember
I loved it because when
when
that reveal happened, even though I could see it coming a mile,
hmm
not saying I could see it coming a mile away, but like the first shot we get of him is with him standing
yeah.
with like tentacles behind him. It's like, oh shit. Because I don't think that when he calls you while you're in swinging to do the first mission, it just says boss. It doesn't say Octavius.
hmm
So you don't know it's him that's calling you saying, "Oh, you got to come to work." But they would
Hmm.
make that reveal. I'm like, "Oh shit, it's Doc Ock. It's his boss." Like,
That was
I think it's
crazy.
awesome that the way they led up to him becoming the villain, basically the main villain of the game. It's awesome.
Yeah, that was a good job of hiding that. I hope
Yeah,
they do that because I don't think Venom is going to be the main villain of Spider-Man 2. I
Spider-Man 2.
think
Yeah,
there's going to be something behind it.
I think
I
we're gonna
think
get both
Carnage
of
might be
those.
in there.
I don't think Carnage. I think
Mm,
I think the voice we hear in the trailer. I think that's Craven. Craven is going to be in this game. Obviously Venom. Who knows if we're going to get Green Goblin because we got Norman Osborn, but we also got Harry inside that tomb, so we don't know which Goblin we're going to get. We're going to get a
I
Goblin in this game. I
really,
know we're going to get a
really
Goblin in this
hope
game.
Well,
me and
I
my
thought,
friends think that they're gonna make Harry Venom,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah,
I think that's gonna happen. Yeah.
and I
yeah,
really hope they don't. I don't know why. I just some about that just rubs me the wrong way.
yeah.
Like I'm
I
sure
want him to
they'll
be the
make it
Goblin. I don't
work,
want him to be
but
Venom.
like I'm sure I have faith that they will make it work because Insomniac is 2 for 2 right now.
Yeah,
But it's just some about that just don't feel right.
yeah.
Um,
But yeah, the one thing I do love about this movie, though, we get a lot of scenes of these characters sitting down talking to each other, and it feels real. Like this
yeah,
scene right here, we got all these, these characters talking about their lives and love and stuff like that. It's like it does work on so many levels. It just does.
let me move over here because it's hard for me to see the
Now,
subtitles
John,
because
are you
my
watching
iPad.
the Blu-ray, John? Or are you watching the 4K?
The Blu-ray. I don't have it on 4K.
Oh, I don't know. I thought you had it on 4K. Um, but yeah,
I love that scene.
I would recommend buying it in 4K. It does look good. I did watch it in 4K. It does look good, even though the Blu-ray is mastered in 4K. So you probably won't be able to notice the upgrade, but I did notice it. The
Dude,
upgrade.
something about him just sitting there reading poetry is so
Phones.
fucking
If you
cool.
notice it, I'll notice it.
Yeah, I did notice it. I did. Um, but it's just crazy. 'Cause I'm watching the Blu-ray right now, and it looks really good on Blu-ray. It does. Um,
You know what? The DVD don't look too bad. I ain't gonna lie. Like you could tell it's a DVD, but it don't look that bad. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah. Actually, I have this copy of Spider-Man 2. I don't know if you guys can see it, but
Hmm.
it was actually given to me by some YouTubers called the Armchair Directors. I think I
Hmm.
won it in a giveaway or something like that, and they actually gave it to me in like this is the wrong case because it's a fat case. And this is actually the first copy of Spider-Man 2 I got on Blu-ray. I've had it for about
Probably
like
the Amazing
almost like
Spider-Man
7 years.
copy. Because my copy of Amazing Spider-Man, the Blu-ray is really thick.
Yeah. I hate it though, because I want to change it because you could tell it's just not the right version because the way the case is inside of it. You could tell. But I don't want to change it because they signed the top of it. So it's just
Hmm.
Yo, this landlord is so horrible and so funny at the same time. It's crazy. But yeah, now we're getting I guess the montage of Mary Jane going to or about to do her play. She's excited for some reason for Peter to come to this play. But that's why it just makes me mad though that they just allowed Peter and MJ's the secret for Spider-Man to not be known in this movie. It just makes me kind of mad.
I don't know, like in the first movie when it ends and he's like, "Oh, we'll just be friends" or whatever. Like they don't make it clear that he's doing it that way she will be protected. They just make it like, "Oh, yeah, we're just friends. Deuces." And it's like, but you were chasing her the whole movie, like, you know. Oh, I love this scene. It's so fucking.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite scenes.
Yeah. Said workout, plenty of rest. This scene was shown a lot in the trailers. I remember this being a lot on the TV spots.
That's what my mom has always said.
I just never actually believed her. Two kids. I guess that's Tyler walking down the streets of New York right there.
You're damn right.
Oh man.
Every day I'm going to school. Woo! Oh.
Oh man. Yo, I love the action in these movies, and it's like, why do these movies have random like side characters just saying lines? Like you got Joy Bryant right here, just randomly in this movie
for no reason,
like for no reason though.
But it's cool though. I like it though because it makes it feel like New York like supports him.
Yeah,
you know, it's kind of like in the game when you're walking down the street and you could like fist bump people and high five them and shit. Yeah. Like I like that.
Because we had earlier like, in the scene with the guy talking about, hey, he stole his pizzas, like just so random.
Yeah, it's not what they're doing; it's how it's executed. It's campy, it's corny.
Yeah, God, yeah. That's it. It doesn't work today. It just doesn't work.
Better. The special effects are so much better, bro. It's not even up for debate, bro.
Yeah, for sure. You're talking about from the first movie, right?
Yes, bro. Yeah. Jesus.
Well, I think I was talking to my brother, and he was talking about the web swinging, and I don't feel like they utilized Tom Holland in the web swinging yet, but I got a feeling the reason why, because he hasn't been in New York in none of those movies. And I got a feeling it's going to be the same way with this movie, because I don't think he's going to be in New York in a lot of this movie because of the multiverse thing happening. Who knows?
Well, we got the scene in Far From Home when he was swinging at the end, when he was on his phone.
But that was it, though. Like I mean, you got the Amazing Spider-Man got a lot of great web swinging scenes, and obviously this movie utilized a lot of him web swinging. But it just, I don't think we see enough of it in the newer Spider-Man movies. We got Bruce Campbell defeating Spider-Man. I love that he came out and said, "I defeated Spider-Man. I named Spider-Man."
Dude, he needs to make a cameo in Doctor Strange. He needs to make a cameo, bro.
I see it coming. He's definitely going to make a cameo.
Yeah, that's likely.
Mm-hmm. I love the idea that he was supposed to be Mysterio, because it would make sense that he would be Mysterio. Like all the things he was doing in his career.
I get the Mysterio thing, it makes sense, but something about him just makes me want to see him as Vulture. I don't know why.
Really?
Because he's a bit older. Because when I think of Vulture, like I like Michael. I love Michael Keaton as Vulture.
I can't see him in a bird costume.
I always view my Vulture as like a really old guy. I don't know. Maybe that's a compliment to
Tobey Maguire almost crying again. Like
maybe that's a compliment to Michael Keaton. That's me saying Michael Keaton still look like he's 30 years old.
Yeah.
I love that he calls him Pedro throughout the movie. Yeah. I don't know why I like that, but it's funny to me.
Yeah, it's Peter's in Spanish.
I feel like the romance in this movie was not needed. Like I get what they were trying to do, but like
talking about Mary Jane actually being with somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It felt forced. It just felt forced because we knew at the end of this movie they were going to be together. Like there was no way they weren't going to end this movie without them being together. So why have her be in a relationship and almost being married at the time just for her to end up with Peter?
Oh, I
That
love
makes no
this.
sense.
Despite the Superman thing, a lot of people just don't like that because they feel like he's too Superman. Him opening up his thing like that. I love it though. I don't care what nobody
Please,
say.
shit is awesome. What was I gonna say? But yeah, the guy, like, I know we're not supposed to like him, but I don't care. The guy just comes off as a douche, bro.
Yeah.
Like, he's just a douche. Like, ooh, I'm an astronaut. Ha ha ha. Like,
Have you guys seen the meme of from Into the Spider Verse when Peter is dropped and it's this scene when this at the end where Miles dropped Peter and he says just take a leap of faith and he falls through the portal and then it's this scene where he just drops on the thing
No,
that's pretty great.
yeah,
like
that's
that would be
funny.
hilarious if they literally like animated it and put that in it. That'd be hilarious.
The ones I've been seeing are when, like, someone's like, "Oh, this scene needs to be in Far From Home or No Way Home." When, like, Andrew and Tom are like getting the web shooters ready, and then
Mhm.
Toby would be like, "What the hell are you guys doing?" Because
Yeah.
he doesn't have
Oh
the
yeah,
web
because
shooters.
he has the natural webs. Yeah. Um, we just passed it, but now we got the first scene of him losing his powers. And what do you guys thought about this? Because when I first saw it, I thought it was like something going on, like why is he losing his powers? It's the idea is he's just not into it anymore. That's why he's losing his powers. His heart isn't in it anymore because all the stuff he's going through. How do you guys feel about that?
I think, like, the way I view it is his life kind of sucks in the sense that, like, everything is like down for him. So
Yeah.
his motivation to be Spider-Man is kind of, down, and because of that,
Yeah.
his powers aren't there. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just a weird way to look at it, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I
I
feel like when he, like, throws away the suit and stuff at the second act of the movie, that's when, like, his life is like at the worst. So it
Yeah.
makes sense.
yeah, it makes sense for him uh to not feel motivated to be Spider-Man anymore. And but the thing that bothers me about it now is that there's no there's no real explanation as to why he's losing his
Losing his
powers. You
powers,
just
right?
assume that it's because he lost his motivation, which
Yeah.
is kind of lazy, but that doesn't bother me too
Yeah.
much.
Yeah. I mean, they just want us to go with it. Like they don't expect us to have the actual explanation because he's Spider Man, you know, or we know like he's not gonna be like this for the rest. You know, he's gonna end up eventually getting his powers back.
Hmm.
But I do agree with Tyler. Like it's basically like he's at the lowest point. He doesn't have MJ. Harry really doesn't like him anymore. Like he doesn't really have a job. Like it's just yeah. But that's the one thing I do like about this character is that regardless of all the lows, he still has Spider-Man. You know, like he's still Spider-Man, you know.
I wonder what they're gonna do if they ever do something with Donald Glover in the MCU because he's the
Yeah.
Prowler.
Yeah, he's Miles's uncle. Well, it's a hint
And
that
it
yeah,
just
he's Miles' uncle.
it's just frustrating. Like, I was watching Homecoming and I was like, bro, you basically just introduced Miles when he said, "Oh, I got a nephew." I was like,
Yeah.
bro, you have the okay to introduce him, bro. Just introduce him at that point, bro. Like, it's mad frustrating. It's just
I
so
just think
irritating.
I just think it's too early, man.
It's too early.
I think it gets too early because if they're introducing him now, it doesn't make sense for him to become Peter Parker at the age
You
I
right?
mean, become
But when
Spider
he
Man at the
do,
age.
when they do introduce him, that whole theater gonna flip the fuck out. I tell you that
Yeah.
much.
I would say the only way they can do it if they do it into the Spider Verse and then that Spider Man pops up in that universe. That's the only way you're gonna see those characters together like that. Like if they do if they do the into the Spider Verse thing and the Tom Holland Spider Man jumps into that universe, that's the only way you're gonna see that. Nope, we're about to get to one of my favorite scenes in this movie is the Doc Ock reveal his arms, and I love the design of his arms. Um, because we found the rubber band. Because we found the rubber band. Just a terrible joke. We got reaction and reviews in the chat. He said there's a deleted scene where Donald calls Miles.
Really?
You talking about in
I
Homecoming?
don't know about that.
I don't know about that. I might have to check that out. I don't watch that many deleted scenes anymore because I know sometimes half the time they're unfinished. There's no point in watching it. It's not like back in the day where they actually shot everything and they just took it out of the film. Nowadays, if they shoot it, especially if there's a lot of VFX, they just don't even finish it because it's not going to make the final cut.
Yeah.
If my fan gets annoyed, let me know and I'll turn it off because I'm like right next to it. I watched the deleted scenes for Endgame. I think that's the one movie that I watched them for.
Yeah. But that's the thing again. I think most of those scenes aren't even unfinished, right? Most of those scenes aren't finished.
No, the one that is finished is the one with Thanos, with Black Widow and Hawkeye.
Right. Yeah.
I actually prefer that over the scene that happened. Even though it wouldn't have made sense in terms of the story. I think it's a great scene.
Yeah, I understand why they took it up because they wanted to be more emotional for Black Widow and Hawkeye instead of some big mindless action scene because we're about to get the action scene next. So
I'm sorry, but I do not like that scene where she kills herself. I find that scene so boring. Cause like upon the first watch, it's like, oh no, like she died. But upon like multiple rewatches, I like on my most recent rewatch, I legit skipped it. Cause I was like, okay, I already know what's gonna happen. Like it's predictable in a bad way for me.
This part is giving me chills. I still remember the first time I seen this movie, bro. Oh man, I still remember the first time I seen it. It's funny because I had the widescreen version you have, Tyler, and I had the full screen version for Spider-Man 1. And it pissed me off every time. But the thing was, that movie wasn't shot in the 2:4 2:40 ratio. It was filmed in the 1:8:1:8:5 ratio. So it didn't do the pan and scan like the second movie does. Because if you watch the second movie in full screen, it does the pan over to get the whole shot for Spider-Man 2.
Yeah,
and it's just
the
so
aspect
awkward.
ratio change is so refreshing.
Yeah, it makes it feel like it's an actual movie. Cause you get the same thing with the first Avengers from the second Avengers. Because the first Avengers is made kind of like a movie and kind of like a show, and then the second movie actually feels like a film. Yeah, this movie looks really good on Blu-ray. So if you guys have it on Blu-ray, it looks really good. It looks really good on Blu-ray. I would say, Tyler, if you ever find it in the wild, just grab it. It looks really good. It says mastered.
Probably pick it up before.
No, it doesn't say mastered in 4K on this one. No, I think the first one is mastered in 4K.
Either
got
that,
the random guy saying, "Oh, your father would be proud." Oh, you already said it. Oh no, here we go. The power of the sun in the palm of my hand.
In the palm of my hand.
Of course, Peter would notice all the stuff. His spider sense should have been tingling.
That's another thing I love, the Spidey sense in these movies.
Yeah, I love the sound. The sound effect of the Spidey sense is awesome in this movies. A lot of your jewelry is fake, you guys. A lot of your jewelry is fake if it's getting caught in this thing, yo.
That's why I kind of don't. That's the one thing I don't like about the MCU is that they make the Spidey sense into like a joke. Like, oh, the Peter tingle.
I don't think they make it a joke. I just think that he hasn't learned it. And I do believe that in my opinion, I think the snap messed up his powers when it comes to the Spidey sense. That's why he's not that good at it because he got snapped and he got dusted back. But I just don't think he's learned the spider sense. It's something that he has to learn.
This.
Yeah.
This doesn't change anything.
That's awesome.
I would have been like, bitch, don't start with your shit, bro.
Shout out to the stump guy, whoever's in the suit, though. You're awesome, bro.
I like this, too. This is great.
It's like straight like a horror movie, right? Like you could tell a horror director filmed some of these scenes, especially with the scene that's about to come up with Doc Ock being in the hospital bed.
God, man, the arms look so fucking good.
Yeah, I love the design of the tentacles. They look really good. They look so practical. They look like they will actually be made. And I think they did construct the arms, and obviously some of the movements are CGI. But when you see the arms that are actually behind him, there are actually puppeteers behind him with those arms.
There must have been such an advancement in technology from 2002 to 2004 because, again, the CGI in this movie is so much better, dude.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you can say that about a lot of movies though, because even like I think when Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban came out in this year as well. And that movie looks way better. And you can give credit to Alfonso Cuarón for that film too, because he did shoot that movie beautifully. But the CGI just looks way better in that movie than the first two. I mean, I think they did a good stand from 2001, 2002. Because I think the CGI looks better in Chamber of Secrets.
Does not hold up, especially the Quidditch scene, which I love the Quidditch scene, but man, that CGI is woof.
Yeah, it's definitely 2001 CGI. But I mean, even this movie, though, I think like some of those scenes do. The scene with Doc Ock there, he's definitely a CGI person. You could tell it's not him, you know. And obviously, there's a lot of scenes of him in the train because he doesn't have a mask on.
That shot is so fucking cool. Where he's on the table and it shows the arms. That shit is awesome. It's all fun and games, motherfucker.
Here's the scene where most people don't like this scene because it doesn't fit. People say it doesn't feel like it fits in a Spider-Man movie. But I just tell everybody, said, you guys don't know Sam Raimi's background. He's a horror director when he first started making movies. Like he got big from doing horror. So if it was up to me, if you made a first Spider-Man movie and it was successful and they gave you the range to do anything you want, I'm putting this type of scene in this movie. Like,
the thing is, the scene is very well done.
Yeah.
But people are right. It doesn't fit with the rest of the movie.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
To me, it's the idea that this scene is to construct to show how terrifying these tentacles are. And they are a threat.
Yeah,
that's the idea. I mean, you had to show that these things mean business.
To me, it doesn't give me that terrifying feel, even though it's supposed to be a scary scene. It's goofy. This scene is goofy, and that's why I think why people.
Oh my god! That shot just got me a little woo.
It's a great scene on its own, but with the rest of the movie, I completely understand why people don't like it because
it's a horror scene put into a Spider-Man movie. That's basically what it is. Because all these guys technically got murdered. Everyone is murdered in this scene. There's nobody that's alive.
The shot where it showed the octopus arms, like with the things open, I was like, woof. Yeah, that gave me some chills.
I love this shot though. He's just like, no, it kind of got me. But this movie came out before Revenge of the Sith. This movie came out before this movie, so maybe Star Wars took it from this movie. Maybe George Lucas took it from this movie. He saw this in theaters, like, I gotta make Darth Vader do that.
Shit, what was I gonna say? But yeah, I don't view this as like a horror scene. I just view it as like a villain scene that most villains should have, that most villains don't have, and that's why they're underwhelming.
Yeah.
Like Thanos had the opening scene of Infinity War, and from then on, we were like, yeah, I'm in. You know.
Yeah. What I'm saying, it's a good scene on its own, but like I said, tonally.
I was just about to say. I was just about to say, John, you most like talking about the tone because this movie's tone is all over the place, though. I mean, there's certain scenes that's goofy, there's certain scenes that's dark, and it's all over the place when it comes to the tone. But that specifically is like, oh yeah, this definitely doesn't fit with the rest of the movie.
Yeah.
I love this scene. I love this scene right here because he mentions Doctor Strange, which is funny because now most people are saying, "Oh shit, it's all full circle now," because he's directing the next Doctor Strange movie.
But it's taken.
I remember I asked this question. I think it was this question. I asked like who named Doc Ock, and I was saying it was J. Jonah Jameson. Obviously, it was the dude naming it. But when I looked up the question, it says J. Jonah Jameson. It doesn't say the other guy. When I looked up the trivia for this movie, so that trivia is wrong. It wasn't me. I was reading that from Google. A lot of people pointed at like, no, it was the other guy that said. I'm like, I'm reading what the fuck the trivia is saying.
Yeah, Google was wrong.
I love this scene. One of the greatest memes. This right here next to the MJ laugh when he's looking at the tablet is one of the greatest memes ever, bro. Like you can literally put that on anything. You can literally am I the only one that felt like that transition was weird? That they did the dissolve transition right there? That always throws me off every time I watch it. That was so stupid. Why the fuck would you do that?
Who cares, bro? Most people are still laughing their asses off at that scene that they don't even fucking notice it.
For sure.
Oh man. The scene that I always think of in Spider-Man 3 is when I forgot what the scene is, but it's like they're trying to pitch a new name or some shit, and they keep pitching the different names, and he keeps yelling at them.
It's now, yeah.
I love that the arms talk to him. It's such a nice touch.
And I love that we don't hear it. It's in his head.
Even though the running meme was, yeah, that shot especially with the
I wish they would have did the same thing with the Venom thing. They should have kept it just in his head that we didn't hear him. But now watching the film, maybe it wouldn't have worked because they weren't going that angle. Like they were trying to make Venom actually a personality instead of being just a thing.
I think Sony kind of has an issue with what they haven't done it now, but like back in the days, all their villains had voices in their head. Fucking Electro had voices in his head. Lizard had voices in his head.
Yeah. Well, I mean that's their idea of the villain going crazy because that's basically what it is. The villain is going crazy. I mean,
the Electro voices were pretty.
I think with Green Goblin, he was actually hearing the voice because he was talking to himself basically.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, that was. He had a completely different personality. He was
like. But that was from the comics, though. The Green Goblin was like a totally different thing.
Yeah.
So that was. I think other than Doc Ock, the one that I'm most excited to see come back in terms of villains is Jamie Foxx's Electro. I think he wasn't given a fair shot.
I agree.
You know.
It was just obviously a problem with the script and just the execution of that film, what it was. For that, they didn't utilize Jamie Foxx to his potential,
and also they made him like the Riddler from Batman Forever. I don't know why they did that.
Yeah.
And it's not one of those. Oh, it's kind of like him. No, it's the same fucking character, literally, just different motivations.
So, this scene right here is where Aunt May and Peter are at the bank. I guess they're trying to get a loan or something like that. Because now she's losing her house. And I was talking to my dad, and he was like, the reason why they're losing their house is because Green Goblin blew a damn hole in her house, and she had to rebuild it. So all the money she used to rebuild her damn house, she then lost it. She can't pay her mortgage.
That's pretty funny.
I was like, that makes sense. I looked at it. That makes a lot of sense now that I rewatch it now as an adult.
When you think about it, in terms of the live action movies, I think the most fucked up thing any of the villains did was what Green Goblin did to Ant-Man, which was blow a hole in the house. I was like, damn, that's some fucked up shit, bro.
It didn't even do nothing to her, just scared her though. Like he ain't do nothing but traumatize her. Like, he damaged her house, but I mean, he didn't do nothing to her. He didn't. Yeah. Oh man. I say if you guys haven't seen if you guys haven't watched the Nostalgia Critic reviews of these movies, they're pretty funny. They're hilarious. If you guys have a chance, just watch them. They're pretty long reviews. They're like 30 minutes long, but he goes throughout like almost each scene of the movie. But yeah. Oh shit, Tyler, get out. He's frozen. There are two of you now.
My bad, bro. For whatever reason, when I do Streamlab, it fucking kicks me out.
Wow.
It's weird.
This scene is one of the most superhero movie scenes you'll ever see.
Yes, yes, for sure.
Yeah.
And he loses his powers
Like
right in the
this
Am I
middle
the only one that
of
finds
it.
it weird that there's like actual like gold in the bags?
Yeah,
Like it's not
Yeah.
like money.
that's what John is alluding to. Like this
See,
is
that's what
so
I'm
stupid
saying. Like it
because
feels
you would
so
draw that.
comic book.
hmm
You would draw that.
Yeah.
You wouldn't draw, you would draw coins or bags of money, like literally bags of money.
Yeah. This scene,
It like
although it's a
belongs in a Lego
fantastic
game or
scene,
some shit.
yeah, this is a fantastic scene, but it wouldn't work
Yeah,
in a Spider-Man movie today.
yeah, for sure. But this tell you the era that we were in. There were no movies to base off of besides this. I mean, we had obviously
Yeah.
superhero movies before, but like this is still new, you know.
I don't know if you guys would care, but did you guys hear the rumor that apparently they were thinking about doing a Lego game based off the entire MCU?
Yeah, they done Lego. They already got Lego Avengers, right?
Yeah.
It'll
Yeah.
basically be that. It'll basically be that.
That's pretty
No,
much
but
what
it would be
is.
like
It'll
every
be
MCU movie though.
I would buy
Like
it.
that's crazy.
I would fucking buy it, especially if they put the dialogue from the movies in there. I would buy it. I would definitely buy that game because I want to get the Lego
Well,
version for the Star Wars
I
game.
that'd be a long game. That'd be a
Yes,
long game.
yes, it would.
I
Butterfingers.
wouldn't want to.
I've been
I don't
waiting
know.
for the new Star Wars one.
I want to see a Lego version of the Raimi trilogy. That's what I want to see. I want to see a Lego version and put the dialogue in there and make Stan
There
Lee
is.
save a pig instead of the lady. They always put pigs in their games for no reason. I swear to God, it's always a pig for some reason.
Excelsior.
Oh man, yeah, this CGI looks good, but there's certain scenes it doesn't look good. Like I'm not gonna lie, this scene right here where they're like fighting along the building, it looks good, but you could still tell it's CGI, you know. But like it's
Yeah.
2004,
Bro,
like
I'm not gonna lie. The
This
CGI
right here when they're
comparison from
falling
this
looks
to
bad.
the
yeah.
no,
And
it looks
the
good to me.
2.1
I don't know what
version,
it is, bro.
ends with they're inside the building fighting, which is cool. I like it.
They look rubbery.
This
Yeah.
CGI compared to the first one's like fucking Dawn of the Dawn of the Planet of the Apes compared to like a shitty Planet of the Apes in terms of CGI. Like, bro, it's just like it's so much better, bro. Like, I love that. But
I like
that
this
poor
one.
old woman, bro, she's having a bad day.
Conscious. Yeah, first she found out she can't get the damn loan, and now she getting attacked by a villain. Like, goddamn. I love this that he used
And
it as
Peter
a
abandoned her,
slingshot.
bro.
That's so fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Like he's flying basically. Like
Dunk. This poor.
he
old
looked like
woman.
he just got hit terribly. Yo,
She
y'all
never
gonna
found
laugh,
out, right, in the
y'all
trilogy?
y'all gonna laugh your ass off at this comment. Look at this, Alex. This is Farmland Dairy Company. Please put your Blu-rays in boxes and return our milk crates to our after your podcast. Wow. No, sir, I'm not going to do that. I'm sorry.
That's funny.
Oh. It just confuses me that you know your nephew's voice and you don't hear that's Peter.
It's the same thing with Mary Jane. Like,
I don't
from
think
the
that
first movie.
I don't think that she doesn't know. She knows. She just chooses not to say anything.
Yeah.
I actually like that scene from the first Amazing Spider-Man where he comes back and she sees him after he got the shit beat out of him, and she comforts him. I love that scene. It's a great scene.
I mean, that's
but
another
I also
way
kind of
we don't know if she knows or not because they don't allude to it in the next movie.
I genuinely think they just fucking retconned it and didn't care. Like I generally think that's what happened. But I liked how in the MCU she knows, like because I think their banter is great.
It's better when the person knows. It's less story you have to worry about with hiding identities. That's why I think the MCU has done a masterful job.
And
with
more realistic.
Yeah, no identities.
People close to you are gonna figure it out. Yeah. It'd be a waste of time trying to keep it from you. You know what I'm saying? So it's more realistic that people close to you would just know.
More J. Jonah Jameson. More J. Jonah Jameson. Come on, let's go. Oh my goodness. Yo, this scene right here is marrying his girlfriend. What? Oh man, that's gonna be a great photo when it comes out because he's looking like, oh shit, I'm about to get fucking. Oh man, this line is so cringy too. When she says what she says, she gonna say the delicious. What the fuck does that supposed to mean? Like, what the hell? Who wrote that dialogue?
You know what I mean?
What is this event again?
Why would you say that for a speech? To introduce somebody? Don't introduce me like that. Yo, I don't care what nobody say. She said yes to this nigga despite Peter, bro. I don't care what nobody say. There's no way you get into an argument with Peter and then you go back and say yes to this nigga proposing to you. There's no way, Brody. Like, you did that to despite Peter. And the worst part is that you have to take a picture of it. Like, the worst part, you have to take a picture of it. I wouldn't even approach her. I would have said, fuck it. Like, you already done played me while walking down the stairs with this motherfucker.
Right.
This is the one that made me not like her that much. Even in the end.
This scene right here?
Yes. But this movie just, like, irks the shit out of me. In the third movie, he fucked up on his own, though. When he did the kiss for Gwen, I was like, damn, that's some stinky shit, bro.
Yeah.
But my problem with it's funny we keep talking about Spider-Man 3, but it's with this movie too. There's no communication. That's the problem. You guys are supposed to be in a relationship, but there's no communication. Like, at all.
She's so day room, bro. It's not even funny.
Like this instance right here. Like the reason why he can't go to her play because he got caught up being Spider-Man. Like if he would just came out and said, I'm Spider-Man. That's why I can't fucking go. Like,
it's not even that, bro. It's like, what if he just said, listen, I got a life. Like, I got a job and shit. Like,
but the thing is,
I can't be.
The thing is, he promised her. He promised her he was going to be there. He promised her he was going to be there. He hasn't been to a play. She was excited for him to come, and she was disappointed. That's why she's upset, and it's understandable.
And he's the only one that hasn't come. The person that she wanted most, the person that she wanted most to come hasn't been yet.
Right.
She said even Aunt May saw it, and he didn't see it.
Yeah. Her father saw it. Her dad saw it. So that's why, I ain't gonna lie. Peter is getting dogged throughout this entire part right here. Like,
yeah.
No
wonder he quit being Spider-Man.
Yeah. He be slapping Harry be slapping the shit out of Peter in this scene.
I was surprised
someone yelling in the back, pussy.
Boop. Boop. But the thing is, like, he can't hit him because he's Spider-Man.
Yeah, because he'll kill him.
Yeah, if he literally wanted to hit him, he could destroy him. So that's why he didn't fight back.
He smacked him twice, though.
Speaking of Flash Thompson,
why it looks like J. Jonah Jameson is looking at Peter intentionally. You saw that? He's like looking at Peter while he's saying it.
It's like the scene in Far From Home when he has to leave the opera to go do the Spider-Man shit. And the fucking the annoying ass kid just goes.
What's his name? It's something irritating too. Brad. Oh yeah, that's an irritating name. Oh yeah, fuck that name.
I hate that motherfucker, bro. I hate him, bro. He's so annoying.
But look, I love scenes like this, but
I like this shot.
Like scene like this, you would get him monologuing to himself.
Oh, this is a great shot.
In scene like this. Shot. Yeah, I love it. This suit looks amazing right here. I love the way this. I want this suit as a costume. This is
probably the best shot of the suit.
Yeah, for sure. Right here. Yeah, for sure. The lighting is amazing. Like it's like in slow motion. Like it's a great shot. I want this costume, bro. I want this, man. I do. I got the Infinity War costume as a. I got the Infinity War suit as a costume. I want this suit though, bro. Oh man, I want it. I want it. I hate going on YouTube and seeing that people actually make the suit and it looks so fucking awesome. Like, oh man. I was so happy when they put this in Spider-Man, the Spider-Man game. I was so happy. This the suit I wanted when they was announcing the suits. I wanted this suit first. But of course they waited till all the way to the second fucking DLC or the last DLC I think they gave it to us as a Christmas gift. They said, "Oh, here's your Christmas gift." Yeah, here's your Christmas present. And I played that last DLC in that entire suit, and it looks fucking amazing. Did you play it? Did you right, no pun intended. But did you play in the Andrew Garfield suit?
Yeah.
I don't have
It looks great, don't it? It looks better than the movie though, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Does it help that this Peter is more built than Andrew Garfield?
Yeah. And that's the reason why I'm not crazy about this current suit in the movie, because like I said before on the last watch along, like whoever's in the suit, like he's chunky.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know whether it's Tobey Maguire, his stuntman or whatever. Just the suit itself is a great design. It's just the way
it's the person
Tobey
that's behind the
Maguire,
suit.
it's the person in it. He
I
look like a regular dude.
Yeah, that's why I think we talked about it in the movie. That's why I wish that Tobey Maguire would actually got fit for these movies. But like I said, this was at a time when actors weren't really told to get fit for roles. Like he really only had. I even think the first shot they kind of enhanced the way he looked in the first movie. But like no one's doing like what Hugh Jackman is doing, where he literally is getting a workout in just to look really good as Wolverine. Or like Chris Evans, where he's like really getting good, or like Chris Hemsworth. They weren't doing that at this era. Because even like Hugh Jackman did. Hugh Jackman didn't even look great. He got cast kind of late. Yeah. He got cast late in the first one. That's why he doesn't look as built as he does. But even in this second X-Men, he looks built, but not as built as he looked in the other films.
In the Wolverine,
his
holy
peak,
shit!
Yeah, his peak was the Wolverine and Days of Future Past.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, yep.
I'm never sitting in my room for one of these live streams again, bro. My Wi-Fi.
What happened now?
Terrible.
Oh, you buffering out?
I just keep freezing, bro. This shit is annoying.
We can still hear you though. Your audio's still good.
Dog water ass internet, bro.
Yeah, I'm surprised my internet's still good, because technically my girlfriend was technically in class at the same time I was doing it, and she's literally doing like a live video talking to her instructor. So I'm surprised my internet is still good. But I know it probably takes a lot of Wi-Fi to do that.
The one thing I found weird about the first movie was that they never really had that much time together, and the one scene that they really do was the scene where Peter was like, "Oh, fuck off, leave me alone."
Yeah,
and he was just trying to talk to him.
Yeah,
I always found that a little bit weird.
And I think me and John was talking about that. We said, I don't know, someone in the chat asked like which Uncle Ben we like better. And like I said, I think Martin Sheen just had more time with Andrew Garfield in that movie. That's why we like him more.
Great. I love Martin Sheen as Uncle Ben. I even love the scene where they cheated their way out of "with great power comes great responsibility," but that scene is still great.
Yeah,
it's still a good scene. It's very well written.
Yeah. You get that great shot, and I love this shot. The shot is great where he walks away and it goes to black, and you still see the eyes. In the garbage can, you still see it on frame, like when it goes when the camera goes black. This is straight from a comic. Obviously,
Yep,
if you knows it,
straight out of the
Spider-Man
comic.
No More.
Spider-Man No More.
Like yes, that's a paint by number scene. Like exactly how the Spider-Man costume is out of the garbage can. I love that the eyes are still shown on the screen. Now here we go. I love this scene, but this scene just does not work today. The raindrops are falling on my head scene because he's just walking, and then he trips. Like it's just so cheesy and random because you see the background people. Just look at the background. Don't even look at Peter. Look at the background people though. Like it's hilarious. And it's funny. I thought the guy that was behind him, I thought that was Stan Lee when I was little. You're gonna see the old guy walk behind him, like, oh, there's Stan Lee, and that's not Stan Lee.
Like, it's not funny, but it's just now that you mention the background people that they don't give a shit. It's just funny. I'm on the bus to school last week, and there was a guy. I don't know what happened to this poor guy, but he's like, it looked like he was dead, like on the street, and I was like, what the fuck? And he just like everyone was going about their day. I was like, someone help him, bro. Like he looks like he's dead, bro.
I enjoy my time in New York, but y'all some cold people in there, bro. Y'all some cold people out there. Y'all is, man. I'm at a diner and I don't know what the hell to eat. I'm asking the waitress, like, what is good here? She said nothing and walked away. And I'm like, I'm a tourist, like, damn. And then she said,
"Oh, believe me, she knew you was a tourist."
She came back and was like, "You came to the wrong restaurant," and like just like didn't even offer nothing on the menu or nothing. So I just picked the most thing I could see that I would eat, and it wasn't even that good.
The freeze frame, frame, I love
it. So cheesy, bro. Such a cheese. That's a 80s thing right there, bro.
Bro, y'all sounds like a lot of people, bro. I'm a fake New Yorker, bro. I'm not cold like that, bro.
Oh man.
But I do admit, bro, New York is wild, bro.
I don't know. Right here in this scene, I get very strong Interview with the Vampire vibes.
You talking about what she's dressed. Yeah, like I think this play is a real play. I think this is the real play. It's a real play.
Yeah, the importance of being earnest. Yeah,
it's a real play. But the third movie it's a made up play for that film.
Mm-hmm. I think it's pretty cool, even though it's not that big of a deal. I do like the fact that she has progression in the sense that she goes from not really acting that well to then in this one she gets a little bit of a big role, and then the third one she's the star in the play. Like that's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Not the chow mein.
Yeah.
She just a little too sad for me.
Yeah.
Bro, the way she acts, no female has changed, bro. That's still a thing in 2021. Oh, you're engaged? Okay, I can't do nothing with no other guy. Like, it's just a meal, son.
Yeah, but she knows intentionally why he's asking her to lunch to dinner.
Right.
Or whatever.
He's not just a guy.
Right.
It's Peter.
Whatever. She's still dating him, bro. I don't
Look, like this line of dialogue he's saying, picking up where we left off, is like, you know, but like I said, this is my problem right here, though. It's like, why have this relationship in the first place? Like, just have her just be single. She just don't want him. Because then in the end, it makes her look like a dick when she just leaves the guy on the altar. Like, it just makes her look like a dick.
Either way,
this scene kind of makes him look stupid. It's like, dude, you know she's getting married.
Married, yeah, right.
Yeah, he's really oblivious in these movies sometimes.
Yeah, and I can see why people don't like this iteration of Peter Parker, because they really don't use his intellect like he really is. He's like, sorry to say, he is a crybaby. He does cry a lot in these movies. And he's very, like you say, he's very oblivious to things. Because even in the third movie, he's oblivious to everything that's going on. It's like, bro,
third movie,
I thought you had spider sense, bro. Like, you supposed to have spider sense. How you oblivious to shit? You know.
In the third movie, he's fucking stupid, bro. bro. I'm sorry, bro. I cannot defend him doing the kiss to Gwen in that movie. I really hated that.
You said you're the third guy this week. He said he must have given up. But how would you know that? What if that's not really his suit? What if that somebody made that suit and they just didn't like it anymore and they threw it away? This garbage man looks familiar. Another character, I feel like I've seen him in other things.
He's been
throwing a
other
bar of
stuff.
soap.
He was
Throwing a bar
he
of
was
soap. John got kicked out. John got kicked out. Yeah.
I love how he said you spend any more on this, you could pick the daisies off my grave. Oh my god. That's terrible. That's terrible.
I love that they use Spider-Man No More as the comic book thing, because that's the comic. I love that they use that for the papers. In 2.1, they actually have J. Jonah Jameson inside the fucking suit.
I know. I that scene is so stupid, but
yeah,
I don't know, man.
You
That's
were about
to
say
something.
something.
How you gonna watch him get his ass whooped?
Oh, that dude. Yeah, that is crazy that he just watching dude. Get beat up. But the cop, not the cop,
the garbage
the
man.
garbage man. Yeah, he was in Yes Man with Jim Carrey.
Oh, that's what you remember him on.
He was a homeless guy, and he was one of the cops in The Dark Knight Rises.
That's what it is. That's what it is. I was like, I knew I seen him in something.
You've got the wrong animal there, sir.
Yeah, I think I seen him in something else too, though. But we're coming up on another great scene with Peter basically tells Aunt May that he's kind of responsible for Uncle Ben being murdered.
Kind of.
Yeah, basically he is. But I think this is where I think she does find out. Like, I think she does just realize that, yeah, he's Spider-Man.
I always thought it was the scene where she's helping him, or he's helping her move or sell the stuff.
Yeah.
And he talks to her about whatever. Because she's like, oh, where's Spider-Man? And Spider-Man's been missing or some shit.
But that's why I think John was right. I think she's always known.
Yeah, I think she's always known.
She just never alludes to it. I think that line of dialogue was telling them, like, yeah, I know that you're Spider-Man, and you just need to get the motivation back to be Spider-Man.
It's so funny. The one thing out of all three iterations of Spider-Man we've gotten that's always been consistent is Aunt May. They always
I agree. Yeah.
But my favorite version would probably be Spider-Verse, where she's just like this weird version of Aunt May that's like a badass.
Yeah, you talking about hell yeah.
That shit is awesome.
Yeah, I love that she gets upset that her house is getting destroyed, and like I think it had to be Tombstone. She like just dogs Tombstone and kicks him out of the house. Yeah, that shit is hilarious, bro.
I remember being like, bro, what the fuck? She's only like, bro, take it outside, bro. Y'all ain't gotta fight. You can't fight in here, but you can do it out there, bro.
I love that Nicolas Cage says we don't never pick the room, we just dance. Like we don't pick the ballroom, we just dance. But yeah, we're coming up on it. Like it looked like he's about to cry again. But
he's so good in the character scenes,
I do like this scene though. This scene is really good. We get a lot of these moments with characters sitting down talking. Instead of just obviously we get the action, but we get a lot of character moments. That's why I think this still.
That's why I like the Raimi trilogy a lot, because even Spider-Man 3 fits into this criteria. I like that it's more grounded to Earth, even though Spider-Man 3 has like Sandman and Venom and all that shit. It's still pretty down to Earth. It's not something like in the MCU.
Right. I mean, Spider-Man 3 is probably the most otherworldly movies out of all of them because you got the symbiote and stuff like that. Because most of these felt more grounded. Like you do believe that.
I was gonna say, Spider-Man: Homecoming to me feels the most grounded, even though it's dependent on the stuff from Avengers. In this one,
I mean,
in
Yeah.
Homecoming, he's a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
you can say the same thing about
He's
Far
not.
From Home because
Yeah,
there's nothing mythical that's going on in that movie. It's all projection. I mean, most of that stuff in Far From Home is just it's technology doing everything.
That's my one issue with Far From Home. I really don't like that Mysterio didn't have his powers and that it was just
I mean,
projectors and shit.
that makes sense. Mysterio doesn't have any powers. He's
he
using
doesn't have any
He
powers.
doesn't have any powers in real life. He's using technology and
But I hope like with the multiverse opening, I hope we get like the real Mysterio with like the actual powers and the illusions and shit.
we
Does
got Luke.
Mysterio have powers?
No, Mysterio doesn't have powers. He's
Yeah,
just
I
an
didn't
actor.
think.
He don't.
Yeah,
We got Luke
no,
Ponto coming to
he
say
So
he
doesn't
just
how
have
got
does he?
back
powers.
from
What's up, Luke?
Candyman. Hope you liked it.
So in the
But
comics, how does he make the illusions then?
He's a
he's a
he's a
film
he's a
projectionist.
yeah he's a an effects person.
Yeah, right. That's what it is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So then
Yeah.
I retract my criticism then.
Yeah. Yeah. He's a failed actor. That's what he is as
Ah.
yeah.
well.
Okay. Okay.
So
He
I don't
did the
know everything
practical
about the
effects on
comics,
movies
you
and
know.
stuff.
yeah, yeah, right. He used the effects that he learned on films to make his artistry.
Yeah,
And you can say the same thing that Far From Home kind of does the same thing. They just flipped it and make him he was a
he worked for
employee from
Stark
Stark. Yeah,
Industries.
he
Yeah,
started with Stark instead.
yeah.
Now we're getting where Doc Ock attacks Harry to ask him I would need the tritium. The
I feel like
tritium.
Harry should be in this a bit more.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like he's not in it that much, but I think it's just because we got so many more characters to introduce now.
Because, bro, this is my problem with Spider-Man 3, bro. Spider-Man 3 should have been his movie. Like, I don't understand.
That's what I was getting ready to say. I was gonna say like you only feel like he's not in this a whole lot because of the way he's handled in Spider-Man 3.
Yeah.
Like, I
Because
love the
he's in.
Sandman
Cause,
stuff, but if they had just gotten rid of Venom and Sandman, it would have been perfect, man.
Yeah. I just think that I just think it's myself as a producer. They wanted to go bigger and grander. That's why we got so much in that movie.
Mm-hmm.
You just bring it back to just one character. It doesn't feel as grand as it should be. I mean, this is the third film trilogy. We still just have one villain, and then people say, "Oh, it's a rehash of the first villain." Like,
this is how I would envision it as. If you take out Venom and Sandman, and then you have Harry kill every single person that's close to Spider-Man. Like, you have him blow up Aunt May's house and she dies. Then fucking he kills someone else close to him, like maybe Dr. Connors or some shit. And then like he kills Mary Jane by accident. Like maybe his rage gets to him and kills Mary Jane by accident.
Yo, that newspaper where they say crime go up 75%. Are you telling me that y'all cops ain't doing y'all job, bruh? Like, what was y'all doing before Spider-Man was Spider-Man? Like,
New York cop sucks. That's 2021 right there. New York cops suck.
What, 75% though? Like,
that sounds about right.
Another random extra. Like,
see, but I
another
like that.
random
He was in the first one.
It gives.
Yeah, that's the same dude that said, "You mess with Spidey, you mess with New York," right? That's him, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh God, I love this scene. It's so fucking good. I love it.
I hate fire in movies, man. I hate it.
Yeah,
it looks so fake.
What movie
it looks like it's placed in certain areas. There's no way it will be burning the way it's
not,
burning.
Yeah, it's not
placed,
real because like a real fire, you wouldn't be able to see anything,
and you wouldn't be able to just walk in there like that.
No.
Help me out. Like, what superhero movie had a scene just like this? I can't put my finger on it.
Where
I know
they were walking into a burning building.
Like this.
And
no,
that was
Spider-Man.
No, I was thinking about the Incredibles, but it's not the Incredibles.
Nah, just like a scene where someone like lost their powers and then they save someone from like a normal disaster and then they have their powers or whatever or some shit. Like they rediscover their hope or some shit. I don't know. I can't put my finger on it.
I can't think about I can't think about which one that is. I can't think about another movie that does it like
I don't
this.
know. It's
But
a
this is
superhero movie.
yeah. I say this is a great scene of showing that he still has the ability to be a hero even without his powers.
Mm-hmm.
Like if he was Spider-Man, this would be a cake and a breeze. He'll just be able to bust in there, get her out, and swing out. But I love this score though. I do. I ain't gonna lie. That's awesome though. That's awesome that he ran in there and got her though. Like that's just another random scene that they just put in this movie. For real.
He just handed the girl over and walked away. He didn't make
Yeah.
eye contact or nothing.
He ran away. He had to catch his breath. Like I ain't about to cough in front of their faces. That's rude as hell. Let me go ahead and walk. Let me go this way because I don't want to cough in people's faces.
But I like the end of the scene where he says that someone dies because it shows that
Yo,
you can't
that
save
that
everybody.
actor was
I like
told to just say the line. Don't give no expression. Just say we found a kid on the 3rd floor. Didn't make it out. Like you ain't gonna have no emotion in the scene. Damn, like get some emotion though.
He was reading the cue card.
Yeah, he was using the cue. He was reading the cue card. Like that told him like say this line like this. It's another random character. The landlord's daughter. Just it's a lot of random characters in this movie. Like she just
I always thought they
random.
had a nice little friendship. I didn't mind her. She didn't overstay her welcome.
She's randomly asking for some cake. She looks really different in the 3rd movie.
Yeah.
She's nice though. Offering him some cake.
Right,
like
bro,
I'm
you
making
pushing
some
it with
cake.
the milk, bro.
Yeah, I mean shit.
You pushing it with the milk.
You say you don't drink milk with your cake?
No,
Why not?
milk is
I do. I was saying
disgusting.
like she overstaying her welcome.
No, I'm saying if you eating it, like eat the cake
What?
and then drink it while you're eating it, like kind of like it's like eating cereal except you're eating cake.
Did you hear what I said?
Yeah, you say milk is disgusting.
Milk is trash.
Yeah, I don't drink milk by itself. I can tell you that right now, unless it's
Right?
flavored.
If it's yeah,
I
like
most
right,
definitely do, bro. It's
just
2 o'clock in the morning. I can't sleep. I'm pouring myself a glass of milk.
Really?
blah, blah.
Nah, I ain't like you, bro. I'm going straight for a bottle of water, bro. I don't care how
That's
far my
disgusting.
kitchen. I don't care how far my kitchen
Oh
is.
no,
I'm
that's
going
me
straight
right
down
now
the.
because I got a case of water in my.
Yeah. All right. First timer says, congratulations on your engagement, bro.
Poor woman,
Speaking
how
of
many
milk,
times?
keep the milk crates. We will just consider it a write-off. Well, I can tell you this right now. I'm not using them for the stupid ass crate challenge. How about that? These guys are nice and concealed and safe in my basement. So you don't have to worry about them being damaged and hurting other people. But thank you so much for that.
Nah, bro. Alex, bring your joints to New York. We show you how we do it over here with the crates, bro.
Nah, man. My crate staying nice and safe and sound in my basement with my Blu-rays, keeping my Blu-rays safe. So easy just to flip them up and, transport them anywhere I can go, This is another great scene. Look, we got another great scene with characters talking to each other with great dialogue. This is a great scene. This really is. Another random character, the
I
kid from
could see
across the
people
street.
saying like,
You said what?
I could see people saying that this movie's boring.
It has a lot of slow moments. Obviously, in the middle of this movie, Spider-Man doesn't have no powers. So this movie is more, I guess you could say, is more of a character study of Peter Parker, learning who he is. He's been Spider-Man, but he doesn't know who he is. This random kid. Yeah, this movie has a lot of random characters in this movie. Like I'm just sitting there watching like another random character, this little kid just helping Aunt May with her garage or whatever, or helping her move or whatever. Wanted to try the things.
I would have
I
been
don't
like,
know.
motherfucker, I don't know, bro. Is my name Spider Man? Like shit.
You sound like a New Yorker. Don't be too harsh on the kid, man. You just asking the question.
You should know. You taking pictures of them all the time.
Yeah. But he called him his unofficial photographer. Like he's his unofficial photographer. Yeah, this is
I wish I had
another
more room for
a great speech, but it feels like it's a speech, you know. Is this actress is she still alive? She's still alive, right?
Rosemary Harris. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Let me see.
I feel like we would know. I feel like the nerd culture would know if she passed away.
No, she's still kicking. She's
Okay,
old,
I
but
like.
she's still kicking.
Yeah, I feel like we would know, especially for her being in these movies. We would know if she passed away. That's good. That's good to hear.
Cliff Robertson passed away.
Yeah, I do
Yeah,
remember that.
he passed away a
Yeah,
while ago.
yeah, I do remember that. But I'm saying, like I said, we know because he's been in these movies. Um,
She needs to make a little like cameo in No Way Home. Like remember how the
that'd
Power
be raw.
Rangers movie when they had Tommy and Kimberly in the
Yeah, at
crowd,
the
like
end. Yeah,
waving and shit. I
Hmm.
would want
yeah,
something like that.
yeah,
That is a severely slept on movie.
for sure, for sure, for sure.
Yes,
I think
sir.
Tyler got the steelbook. You got the steelbook
Yeah.
too,
You got
John,
the
right?
steel book?
The
Oh, I thought you had the steelbook.
yeah.
Yeah, Tyler got the steelbook.
The when I saw Power Rangers, I don't know why we're talking about Power Rangers while watching Spider Man, but when I saw Power Rangers, that was next to Endgame the best audience reactions I've ever had in the theater.
Wow.
That was
Yeah,
Endgame
I
level
I'm
didn't.
audience
jealous.
reactions.
I didn't
I'm
get.
jealous.
I didn't get a reaction. It was a dead theater.
When
My
movie
theater wasn't dead, but
when
it
I saw
wasn't
that
in
movie, it
game
was a
level.
full packed theater. Nah, my theater was full packed
Yo,
level. I
Peter's
had to sit in the
faces,
front
bro. Oh
because it
my
was like the
lord.
second day that movie came out.
Hey, yo, shout out to this stunt man that has to do this stunt, bro. Like, he
Yo, this scene is so
severely
fucking
looks like
funny.
he gets injured when he's doing this, bro. Like,
Yeah, he
oh my
hurt
goodness
his back.
gracious.
Boom.
Boom, whoop,
I
boom, boom.
oh.
Ooh, goodness gracious.
It's so
Ooh.
fucking funny, bro.
Yeah, it is over the top, but it looks like he really does hurt his back, bro. Oh my goodness gracious. Like just think about it. You literally jumped in between buildings though, bro. Like you jumped in between buildings and like you tried to catch your fall. You smack into a wall and then go in between two cars. Oh my goodness gracious.
What I was
Nobody
saying
heard
about
that.
Power Rangers. Oh,
Right.
but when I saw Power Rangers when the Zords came out and they played the original OG song, the fucking theater exploded, bro.
What? Wow, that's awesome, bro.
Yeah, bro. We went
That's awesome,
crazy,
bro.
bro.
Yep. I upgraded that to 4K. I found it for like $5 on 4K.
The slipcover for that 4K is gorgeous. The steelbook that I had is the Target one, but the Best Buy one was way better.
Got that one.
Yeah, that movie looks amazing on 4K too.
I
Yeah,
actually got the slip
I
cover from
was
Alex Label.
watching the Blu-ray, and the scene where they come up in the suits looks fucking fantastic. Even though it's not
Yeah.
4K, it still looks fucking fantastic, bro. I'm so pissed that they're rebooting it for no reason, bro.
Yo, when she did the
So
upside kiss
stupid.
for this nigga, that pissed
It's
me off.
really what hurt the movie was when it was released. Like it didn't stand a chance because it
Right.
was
Because it
released
came out right
between
after Logan.
And
yeah, it
Beauty
was
and the Beast.
released between Logan and Beauty and the Beast, and
Yeah,
it just
And
didn't have a
Kong Skull
chance.
Island.
yeah, yep.
Yeah.
Oh shit, we about to
Now,
be at the good shit.
do you guys remember the trailer where this scene was in the trailer? Like this scene right here. Do you guys remember that
Yes.
trailer? Yeah, I remember seeing it.
Yeah.
John, you wouldn't believe when I first saw it. I saw it when I was in the food court at Tower City. And I remember
Oh
looking up, remember the
wow.
TVs that were displayed, in the food court?
Yeah.
And I remember looking up, I said,
Wow.
holy shit. I said, that's Spider-Man too. I knew it because I'd seen these two characters. Like, that's Harry, that's Peter and MJ. And I remember telling my dad, I'm like, Dad, look, they about to release Spider-Man too, because this is the fucking trailer right here. Like,
Yeah. For
oh
those of you that
man.
don't know,
I would have.
Tower City is a mall in downtown
Now
Cleveland.
Cleveland, yeah. The
Um,
theater is
and that's
gone.
yeah, the theater's gone, and that's actually where they shot the Germany scene in the first Avengers.
Yeah, they actually
I miss
shot in
being
they shot inside Tower
surprised.
City in Winter Soldier.
Hmm.
So the shots
I
in Winter
really
Soldier where
miss.
they're in the Apple Store, that's in
That's the
Tower
mall.
City in Cleveland. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the mall. That's the
Yep.
second level of the mall.
Yep.
I miss being surprised by trailers. Like I'll never forget when I saw the trailer for Transformers 3 when I went to go see Tron.
Yes.
And
Yes.
I fucking
Yes.
flipped out. I was like,
Yes.
"What? There's gonna be another
Yes.
Transformers? Get
Yeah.
the fuck out
Yeah.
of here, bro!"
Yeah. Yeah. And the
I
trailer where
miss
you hear
when
Now I
that
know every
movies.
yeah,
trailer.
that trailer was dope. Yeah. Hell
I
yeah.
miss when movies were surprising.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like when 10 Cloverfield Lane came out and the trailer came out 2 months before the
I
movie
just
was even
watched
coming
that.
out.
I just watched that like 2 nights ago. I forgot how good that movie was.
Yeah.
John Goodman was so good in that movie.
Slept on. He's very slept on.
Very slept
Fucking,
on.
it looks great on 4K.
He's another
I need to
very
upgrade those.
versatile
I have
actor.
I have the first two on Blu-ray, and I haven't found them for good prices on 4K. That's probably why I haven't upgraded them yet. I need to get
I
them on
thought
4K.
about upgrading them. I thought about upgrading them, but I kind of like I kind of like my like at least the first one, the found footage movies. I don't really care for those on 4K
Yeah,
because
It's mostly for
it
surround
takes
sound
the
for
yeah, it's for the
Cloverfield.
audio.
yeah yeah.
We get the
Admittedly, the surround mix is fucking awesome though.
awesome slow mo shot of Peter saving MJ with the car being thrown through the coffee shop. And I feel so bad for these workers and this manager, whoever owns this place. Hopefully, they got insurance because
Yeah,
this
he
is
got
destroyed.
insurance.
Your place is closed down for at least a month, at least, and hope you can pay your employees as well.
So Alex,
Do you think they have
Amazon has.
no, go ahead, Tyler.
What were you gonna say, John?
I was
Amazon has 10 Cloverfield Lane for 20 on 4K, and then the first one for 10 on 4K.
Hmm. I think I can save
the
$30 for
first
something else.
the first one is worth it. I don't know about the second one being $20. But what I was gonna say was, do you think that uh the like in the MCU in that world they have like Avengers insurance, like superhero
I
insurance?
think we got it hinted at with Tony Stark where remember the beginning
Yeah.
not in the beginning of Spider-Man Homecoming, Tony Stark
Department of
invented
Damage
the
Control.
damage control. So that's what they do, which is crazy because they were talking about, well, I guess maybe because they was out of their jurisdiction for Age of Ultron, but if Tony created damage control, why are they being accused of the events of the movies when Tony made a thing to rebuild what they destroy?
Oversight.
Like, and it's like maybe it's
I just blame
because
that
of
on.
it's not more about the damage, it's more about the casualties. That's what it's about.
Yes.
That's what it's about. But
I just blame that on Thunderbolt Ross being a dickhead.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, because he was a straight dick in Incredible Hulk. So yeah, I agree. But yeah, this is an awesome shot of the fist, him being ready to be Spider-Man again. It's like, oh, it's like riding the bike. He will never forget how to be Spider-Man, regardless of him not doing it for a while.
I love this scene so much. It's so great.
There's no whereabouts of your son's fiance. Sorry, man. I drove Spider-Man away.
Oh, I love this line. Oh man,
Spider-Man was a hero.
was a hero.
I just couldn't see it.
Let's see.
I love that. Like did a whip go through their feet? Like
He's a menace to the entire city.
Oh man.
why? You took his stuff though. How are you mad because he took the suit though? Like, oh my lord, that's such a J. Jonah Jameson.
That's a
This is
great
an
shot.
awesome web slingy shot right
Here
here,
we
yo. This is
go.
an
Great
awesome
shot.
web slingy shot.
we
The
fucking
music
go, bro.
is awesome. Oh my goodness gracious. I love that it goes in with his sunglasses. Like it's dope. Like it's dope. Man, this
Bro, I'm
I
actually
used
getting
to.
giddy, bro.
When, I ain't gonna lie.
I'm
When I
getting
had
giddy
this on
with it.
DVD, I would literally fast forward just to this scene so I can see it. Like, if I didn't have time to watch it before I went to school, I would just fast forward to this scene right here, and just watch it. Like, oh man,
This is a great
Bro,
Yes.
fight.
Raimi knows how to direct a fist fight, bro. Let me tell you. The
Yeah,
hand-to-hand
this scene is
fights
awesome,
in
bro.
all three are fucking awesome.
Oh, this is awesome.
Yeah, we might not be talking that much in this scene because we're marvelized at how great this action scene still holds up though today. And this movie was made almost coming up 20 years. Like, oh my goodness, great! This movie's about to be 20 years old. Well, the first one's about to be 20 years
They
old.
better fucking get this movie a 4K steelbook.
I hope so. I hope Sony releases a special edition for the first one. If they release a steelbook for the first film, I'm buying it.
It's one of the greatest
this-
fight scenes in
Yeah,
history.
for sure. Yo, how acrobatic Spider-Man is in this scene is dope. Goes in between the bridge. A lot of people don't know that. I think they shot this in Chicago. Then they shoot this in Chicago,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
The most fascinating thing about filmmaking is that most movies set in New York are not actually filmed in New York.
Right?
That's what I always find
Yeah.
fascinating about filmmaking.
Spider-Man 2 was the only Spider-Man movie filmed in New York. Entirely
the first
in New
Spider-Man.
York. No, Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Oh yeah. Awesome. I love that he's sliding on the ground. Sloop. Ooh. He got whip skills.
It feels like something straight out of the PS4 game.
Yeah, for sure. Yes.
So fucking good.
Yes. Because you have little moments if you go in between certain like holes and stuff. You go into the animation where you're like going in between the hole and stuff. It's dope.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie. These CGI people look terrible. That looked terrible. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. And even this shot right here, Doc Ock right here, it doesn't look good. That shot right there doesn't look good.
Yeah. That didn't look all that good.
It's a good shot, but bad CGI. I like the way it's shot, but yeah, it's bad CG.
Here we go. All the random characters in the train car. Oh my goodness gracious. All these random characters. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh man. It felt like they saw this movie like we got to get Toby out of that mask. We have to have a shot with Toby without the mask on. Like, okay, like, you know.
Every scene that's considered the best Spider-Man scene has the Spider-Man unmasked.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I mean, it feels that's terrible CGI too. With him doing that, that's terrible. It's a great scene though. This is a great scene though for sure. Tyler got kicked out. He'll be back. But yeah, I like I do like this scene. Obviously, him, stopping the train, but it's just the characters though. The characters are just so random though. Like, let me add him back.
Kick me out again. Shit, I don't know why it just kicks you out.
Yeah, that's
Black
weird.
guys, Phil Lamar. He's a voice of Green Lantern on the Justice League cartoon.
Mm-hmm. You talking about the
Samurai
actor?
Jack too?
Yeah, you talking about the actor? Yeah. The faces though, these faces have been mean to shit.
Oh my gosh!
I swear these faces have been mean to shit.
Bro, when they did this in the Spider-Man PS4 game, and he was like, "Damn, that worked last time," I was like, "Oh my god,
yo, that's hilarious, bro." Cause it would make sense that he would do this because he's been Spider-Man for 8 years in that game, so he's stopped the train with Webb before. You know, he's done it before.
I love that even though he was off, like he was over the track, he still didn't let go. I was like, that's just fucking.
Yeah.
That face right there has been memed, and I thought about the most inappropriate meme at that time. And I don't want to say it on camera.
I know what you're talking about.
You guys are all men, so you guys know exactly what I was about to say. And if you guys are in the chat or men as well, you guys know exactly what I was about to say. But I'm not trying to get demonetized, so we're not going to say it. I do love this shot of the Peter being basically like, what's that called? When you die, like, you're being carried by all the
crowd
people.
Surfing.
It's great. Yeah, crowd surfing. I love this is awesome. And the fact that the people saying we're not going to say anything because you're Spider-Man, we respect you. But I don't believe you New Yorkers, Tyler, would do this. There will be somebody saying, "Oh no, I'm telling you who Spider-Man is."
Well, yeah, but
that's what I'm saying.
Like this scenario, it would probably still happen because
I'm not saying it. I'm not. I don't care what nobody say. There's somebody telling, "Oh, yeah. I seen Spider-Man's face."
Do you know he's going to somebody? Click.
You guys notice these two kids that shows up? These are Tobey Maguire's nephews.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are Tobey Maguire nephews. Which is like, okay, man,
yeah. The little one looked like the bad guy from Dark Man.
Oh man.
You're welcome. Now you can't unsee it, so you're welcome.
Yeah.
Every time you watch this movie, you're gonna think about Dark Man, which is
I need Dark Man. I need Dark Man. I think that has a Screen Factory, but I know it's way out of print.
Yeah.
All these random characters.
I don't know if it's a sequel or a remake, whatever they're doing, but how you feel about them continuing The Rocketeer on Disney Plus?
I'm not a huge fan of the Rocketeer movie. I like it; it's enjoyable, but I'm not a huge fan of it. So it's whatever for me.
Yeah, I haven't seen the Rocketeer since I was like 10.
Yeah, so same here. And I know it's on Disney Plus, so I can watch it anytime I want.
Yeah, I'm not opposed to it. When it comes out, I'll check it out. I'll check out anything once. But.
Same here. These transitions, man.
Speaking of people having a bad day, bro. Man had his girl soon to be girl, whatever the fuck. Had his girl kidnapped. Then he got his ass whooped by a man with 4 arms. Like
that's another day for Spider-Man though. That's an everyday thing, At this point, he should be like, man, it's another Tuesday.
One of the scenes I love in Amazing Spider-Man 2 is when he comes back from doing what he had to do. He had all the feathers on him and shit. I just found that funny.
I love it. I just the reveal that Harry reveals, that or finds out that Peter is Spider-Man. It felt kind of
The thing I don't,
anticlimactic for me.
yeah, the thing I don't like about this scene is that he lets him take off the mask and then rips out of the wire.
Yeah,
Why didn't you just rip out of the wire and leave?
Yeah.
yeah. But I don't think
Like
he genuinely wanted to do that.
Harry's drunk. What can he do?
Yeah, yeah. He's clearly drunk. 'Cause you saw that Maker's Mark back there was basically empty. Um,
I'm gonna lay
The
here
reveal
so
is
you can
cool.
see
Like his
me.
reaction is great, but it's just
yeah.
like the scene doesn't last long enough.
Dude, you could have done that 30
And then
seconds
yeah,
ago and
yeah,
been on your way to Mary
yeah.
Jane.
I was waiting. I was waiting for a funny dialogue. Like I could have done. I was waiting for him to say I could have done that any time. Like because he could have done it any time.
Right.
But I believe that he wanted him to take his mask off. I'm like he's gonna find out anyway. Fuck it, you know.
Shit, what was I gonna say? I was gonna say something. Fuck.
Because then it makes
lost my
sense of
train
why
of
you tell
thought.
like he got MJ. Like yo, like it's Peter. He got MJ, bro.
Hmm.
Oh, so here's something
There are
funny
bigger
about me.
things
So
happening here.
I remember watching Spider-Man 3, and there's a part in the opening credits where it shows when he finds out that he's Spider-Man. And I was always confused about that as a little kid because I didn't remember that part from this, like when he finds
Mhm.
out. And I was always like, "What is that from?" And I remember when I was much older and I saw that for the first time, I was like, "Oh, that's where that's from."
Oh
I
yeah.
was just always so confused.
You remember seeing Spider-Man 2, but you was like really little, so you saw Spider-Man 3, you saw that scene, you didn't
Yeah.
remember it. Yeah,
hmm
I can see that.
I think I was
They
like
just
5 when
have
Spider
Mary
Man 3 came
Jane
out.
wet as hell with no undershirt on, so her nipples is like showing really like noticeable in this. I feel bad for Kirsten Dunst in this part right here for one. Like she had to come on set, be wet with nothing on but size that dress. Like
Right.
You want to be the damsel in distress, you got to pay the piper.
for sure. It's a great scene too.
I wonder how strong his webs actually are.
Yeah. It's like you really
Uh,
think about it. Like, what
Because
do
they
Peter really
already
have
established that
besides
the.
his webs? And obviously he's super strong, but it's like he doesn't really have that much. Obviously in the game they give you gadgets and stuff, but this Peter Parker doesn't have any gadgets.
Yeah, this one don't, but like the MCU Spider Man, they already established, oh, he's got like the taser webs and all that shit.
Yeah,
You just don't
but
know how to use it. And he's got the
that's what I'm saying.
insta
he got
kill
too
and
much
shit.
stuff. Yeah.
But no, but you get that stuff in the game too, though. In the game, you got a
Mm,
lot of gadgets. I mean, you can electrify
mm,
niggas. I mean, like that's what I said. I was complaining about Miles being overpowered, but I'm like, Peter got a lot of gadgets where he can do shit, to people. Even though Miles got like the invisibility, the Venom powers and stuff like that, but Peter has a
How
lot
y'all
of things
feel
as
about
well.
him putting the arms on the original suit from the first one
I
in
don't
Spider Man
know.
2?
Is that really going to be a part of that suit? They confirmed that, or is that going to
I
be
would
like how
assume
you
so.
can? I thought it was going to be like how they. I thought they just put that in there to show that it's in the game. Because obviously
I hope so
it's a part.
because it
In the
looks fucking
game,
cool.
there's powers that you could take the stuff on and off. So I figured you could do it like that. I
Yeah,
hope it's not a part of the suit. I'm barely
it
going to
looks
wear the in
badass
game
to
suit
me.
anyway. I'm barely going to wear the in game suit anyway. So when I did my first playthrough, I wore the Iron Spider suit basically throughout the entire game anyway. So
I wore the Ben Riley one a lot. I really love that suit.
yeah, the Scarlet Spider. Yeah, that's an amazing suit. It looks amazing in that game too.
I wore the Stark Tech and the Amazing Spider-Man suit.
It makes me want to go back and play it so I can see that suit, the Amazing Spider-Man suit. Because I bet I'll like it more in the game than I do in the movie. I got a feeling I would
You
like it
will.
more.
You will.
I was thinking about re-downloading Spider Man and play it. And Miles Morales too, because I was bored.
I'm currently replaying through that and God of War for PS4. I forgot how good God of War is. That's such a great game, man.
Mm-hmm. If he
I
really wanted to,
remember
he
a
could snap his
toy
neck.
I had. I had a toy of Doc Ock that it had
Yeah.
the arms and shit, and the hands popped
Mhm.
off. I don't know why, but they did. It was a really detailed toy, though. I remember that toy vividly. Like the jacket felt like leather and shit. I was like, damn.
Yeah.
I had a Happy Meal uh Dr. Octopus.
Yeah. I think I had that one too. I think I had that one as well.
Yeah, it was about this big,
Yeah.
and he could only turn like this. He couldn't move his legs, couldn't move his arms.
Mhm.
He could just turn his
Yeah,
torso.
I think I remember that one.
And I had a Spider Man that was in a like a spider car.
Mm.
Now that we're talking about toys, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I had Spider-Man 3 walkie-talkies when I was little, bro. I
Nice.
had
Nice.
they was
Nice.
they had it was like action figures, right? It looked like the Hot Toys now. They was like that big. They
Hmm.
was huge, and you basically press into Spider-Man's waist and it was a fucking walkie-talkie, bro. And then the other one was Sandman, and his foot was like spread out like it was sand, bro. That shit was dumb funny, bro. I gotta send y'all the
That makes
picture of
me
that
feel
shit. That shit was
old.
dumb
That makes me
Yeah.
feel old, man.
funny.
You were a kid when Spider-Man 3 came out. That makes me
Yeah.
feel
I was
ancient.
5 years old when Spider-Man. No, I was 4 years old when Spider-Man 3 came out.
I
Wow.
was in,
Yeah. You was in
bruh.
high school already. You're in high
Yeah,
school,
I
right?
was in, I
You
was
was
I
a
was in
junior.
the
You was a
11.
sophomore.
I was a junior. I was a junior when Spider-Man 3 came out.
You know
You were
what?
going into being
I'm
a
kind of
junior. They
glad.
came out in the
I'm kind of
summertime.
glad that
It came out
I
in '07,
wasn't
right?
older.
Yeah, summer
Yeah,
'07.
So I was about to be a senior then.
Oh, okay.
I'm
Wow.
class of '08.
I'm
Yeah, I'm class of
I'm
'08.
Right.
kind of
Right. Right.
glad
Yep. Yep.
that
Yep. Yep.
in high school I got to experience the Infinity War and Endgame hype rather than this hype for Spider-Man 3 because I feel like I would have been so fucking disappointed walking out of that theater. I would have just been
Talking
like,
about you talking about for Spider-Man 3?
yeah,
Yeah, trust me, I remember when when you have the Spider-Man 3 the Spider-Man 2 DVD, the second disc, if you put in that disc for the DVD ROM, you had a sneak peek of Spider-Man 3.
Hmm.
And I never had a computer, and it would make me mad when I go to that setting and say you need to put in the DVD ROM to get a sneak peek of
Yep.
Spider-Man 3. I would get so mad because I'm like, I don't have a computer, so I can't do it. And I still remember around that time, like 2006, 2007, looking around for previews and stuff for Spider-Man 3. And I remember the first trailer I seen, you can find it
the
on YouTube
Venom,
now.
the Venom
It
one.
wasn't not the Venom one, but it was, well, I guess you could say they show like, it was showing like the symbiote going over to like the red suit, and you
Yeah,
see Spider-Man on the church as the first shot, and he drops down. That was the
Hmm.
first trailer I saw of Spider-Man 3, and I remember being so hyped, bro. I'm like, I love the black suit, or I love the that part of the comic and even the show. I was a huge fan of the animated show, so I knew they was doing the symbiotes. Doing
dude,
the symbiote, they
the
was bringing in
Venom.
Venom. I'm like, oh, they hope they do it like the animated show, and
Nope.
I guess you could say they tried to do it as an animated show, but it's just obviously certain things didn't play out the way it played out. But
The Venom and Carnage saga in the '90s TV cartoon is some of my favorite television from a '90s
yeah,
cartoon ever.
yes,
I
for
I
sure,
fucking
agree.
love that
for
whole
sure,
I
series,
for sure.
agree.
that whole saga,
I'm show you this
especially when
saga.
That
Carnage shows
saga,
up, bro.
that saga and Secret Wars, phenomenal,
Secret Wars and Spider Wars.
phenomenal.
So look, Tyler, I actually have the animated show on Blu-ray.
You lucky bastard.
Yep. I
Yo,
found
what's
that.
the show? What's the Spider-Man show that
It's on
everyone
Disney Plus.
keeps talking about? It's I don't know if it's Spectacular Spider-Man or Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends. Which one is it that people keep talking about that it's like, oh my god, it's so fucking good. It's like one of the more recent ones from like the 2012s or some shit.
I would say the Spectacular Spider-Man is a good one.
Yeah, Spectacular Spider-Man is cool.
So yeah.
Um, I haven't seen the newest one.
Yeah.
I
I know it
saw.
wasn't the most one.
Uh, yeah, it. I mean, it's not too new. It's probably about 4 or 5 years old. But
Yeah.
I watched a little bit of the one before that. Ultimate Spider-Man. We had Phil Coulson and Nick Fury, Iron Fist, all them in it. That
Yeah.
one
Oh, I
was
want to
all
go back
right.
and watch X-Men. I really do want to go back and watch X-Men.
Come out the
The
'90s
animated show.
X-Men. The
Yeah.
'90s one. Yeah. Did they put X-Men Evolution yet on Disney Plus yet? Yeah, I
It
need to go
should
back
be
and
on
watch that.
Disney Plus.
I remember watching that on channel 55 a lot on Saturday mornings. Now we just obviously breezed past the reveal that Mary Jane found out that Peter is Spider-Man, which I do love. The shot and the music is awesome in that scene. Danny Elfman did a great job with the score.
You want to hear something funny? As a kid, I was always confused. I thought that like her boyfriend running up to her now, I thought it was Peter Parker as a little kid. Always.
What? Oh,
I
you
was
thought he
like,
was Peter Parker?
yes. I was like, wait a minute,
They
how the hell is
they
he Spider
they
Man
they
there?
they hair do look the same. I mean, I could see that. And what he's wearing in that scene, it looked like something Peter would wear.
I was always confused as a little kid. I was like, wait a minute, how is he there? But then he's there. What the
We got
hell? Yeah,
reaction reviews
X-Men
saying,
Evolution is
"Are
there.
he said, are we getting more? Are we going to get more watch along? Yes, we are. We most likely will do Spider-Man 3. I mean, I would love to do Spider-Man 3. I mean, I would definitely love to watch Spider-Man 3 with you guys.
I yeah,
Might have to
Spider-Man
bring
3
in
is
more
one
people
I'm
for that
really
one,
looking
huh?
forward to.
Might have to bring in the whole gang. Might
Watch.
see if I can bring AJ on. Uh, see if I could bring Luke on or bring Benji on. That'd be hilarious to bring all you guys on to talk about that film. I might need to actually have a smoke for that one. And this doesn't make any sense though, right here. This to me doesn't make any sense because he hasn't been infused with the stuff yet, right?
Mm-hmm.
No.
So how would this happen? Unless he's just drunk. Like this is him being drunk, but how would this happen?
I always assumed he was drunk.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense because he says I'm alive in you. It's like no, because he didn't take none of the stuff yet.
It is a cool scene though. Like
Yeah, I just think they got Willem Dafoe, so that, okay, we got to do this scene. Like we got him in for this quick scene. Let's do this. I love that he actually shows up in all the movies.
Is he
that scene in the
credited in
third
all
one is
three?
crazy.
I think he's
Yeah.
uncredited. I think he's uncredited. No, he's in the credits. I think he's in the credits when they do the cast list at the end. Like I say, he shows up in 3 as a quick scene when Harry is looking into the mirror. He says, you forgot about me or something like that. He's in a quick scene, but that might be CGI from this scene. I don't think he's actually credited in Spider-Man 3. Which I still remember watching this for the first time, be like, man, we about to get a Hobgoblin in Spider-Man 3. Like, oh shit. Like,
He's credited as both in 2 and 3.
Okay.
He's credited.
Okay.
It says Green Goblin, Norman Osborn.
Okay.
Yeah, making not making Harry the Hobgoblin was a mistake.
Yeah, they called him New Goblin.
I feel like that. Yeah, they were going for that, but at the same time, I understand what they were trying to do. They were trying to make it like a fresh take because realistically, if they had adapted Hobgoblin, I feel like it would have been a little bit corny. Granted, what we got was corny, but like
I'm like
I feel like they were trying to make it. They were trying to make it like a new twist on it, kind of like Vulture in the MCU, where like if they had adapted comic accurate Vulture, it would have been kind of cringe. So they put their own spin on it, and it turned out to be better. You know what I mean? But they failed miserably by saying, "Oh, he's the new Goblin," and the suit looks terrible.
Yeah, it just looked like
He
he's
got on
just
suit pants.
yeah. He has a
I like
snowboard
the glider.
as his glider.
He got on suit pants, a snowboard, and a compression shirt
Yeah, he's a
I
surfer.
like the
He's a very
I
fancy
like
with
the
surfer.
glider.
elbow pads and knee pads.
This is
He
such
looks
a fucked up
stupid.
scene, bro.
He went
They
to the
sp-
Goodwill and got his
you can
costume.
tell they spend a lot of money for this wedding.
Not the Goodwill.
They spend a lot of money on this wedding. Look at all those
Yo,
flowers.
Jay Jonah's face.
All those flowers.
Yo.
I never noticed that this was actually the same actress from earlier that was with her in the play. I realized that after watching
That
it
is
like a
that
couple
is
like,
pretty
that's the
funny
actress.
though. Like you
Yeah, that's
see
her
all
maid of
that
honor.
tech that
Yeah.
he has in his house, like that he has in the lair, and that's what he came up with, bro.
Right. You rich. You got all this tech, and you
Tell him
wearing
that
suit
over the
pants and
caviar.
knee pads.
He says, tell him that over the caviar. Now, this is a scene where everyone says the Punisher is in this movie. You see Thomas Jane in the background. I don't think that's Thomas Jane. I think that's the guy that looks like him. The guy right there. That's not Thomas
That's
Jane.
not Thomas Jane.
That's not Thomas Jane. That's just a lookalike. Because everyone says, oh, that's the Punisher. No, that's not him.
That's not
Which
Thomas
came out in the
Jane.
same year, which is good. I need to upgrade that to 4K.
Do you really?
I heard it looked good.
But do you really want to upgrade?
Nah, it's not him. He's not credited as anything.
Nah.
But something interesting about
if
Thomas
I found
Jane,
it,
he
if I found it
voiced
for $5, I'd buy it. For sure.
Thomas Jane voiced Jonah Hex in some DC animated shorts. That's interesting.
Yeah, it's on. Shoot, what is it on? I have it too. I can't remember.
On one of the Batman animated joints.
Yeah.
Nah, it's the DC. It's the Shazam Superman joint. It's one of the shorts in that.
Yep, you're right. Because it's got Spectre, which is a great short. That's a great short. Spectre, Jonah Hex, and something else.
And this is the
Green Arrow.
This we at the end now. Basically, they're about to you get together, but this is the scene right here where it makes sense why you did this. Tell her in the first place, because she's gonna be in danger regardless. Like him not saying that he's Spider-Man. She got captured anyway without without even knowing that he was Spider-Man. So. He ain't got nothing to say. He's shocked. It's like you just proposed to him. This is an epic kiss, though. I can say that. It's an epic ass kiss, though, for sure.
Kirsten Dunst freaking fell off the face of the earth.
I'd have been mad. I'd have been like, nah, I'm not leaving. No.
Yeah, they're not a good couple. They're just not.
But then, Alex, what happens if Peter hears this over the intercom? We're standing outside a local orphanage that has reportedly blown up.
Then he fucked up. But I'm sorry.
Oh,
there's no way my girl come in and I just did that and I'll say, oh, I gotta go do something for YouTube. No, sorry. YouTube gonna have to wait. I'm sorry. Y'all gonna have to wait.
You can't compare YouTube to saving somebody's life, bro.
I really wish it would have just ended there. I hate that the fucking final shot of this movie is fucking Mary Jane.
But I think that's the point. I think the reason why they see it is she like, oh, this is the life I'm gonna have to live now. Is that he's going to be gone doing this.
Fuck her realizing bullshit, bro. I care about my boy Toby. Yeah.
Which is the song is kind of random at the end credits.
Yeah,
I feel like
it
the
is.
song
In the first one, it's
fit.
more random because it's like the score plays and then it goes into a pop song.
It goes into the song, yeah. I think this was the era where they were doing pop songs a lot for these end credits, which I'm glad they really stopped doing that. I mean, we get more of a score with the end credits. But yeah, that's Spider-Man 2. If you guys have been watching with us that long, you are awesome. And we've been live for about basically almost as long as the movie has been going, for real. I think the 2.1 version is about 2 hours and 20 minutes. It's only about 5 minutes longer than the theatrical. So yeah, that is the end of Spider-Man 2. Like I said, I'll be looking forward to watching Spider-Man 3. That should be a fun podcast
Yes,
slash watch
sir.
along. Um, I recently watched Spider-Man 3. So I was at work. I did a whole Spider-Man trilogy when I was at work. And like I said, I was telling you, Tyler, I really enjoyed it though. Like I said, I think Spider-Man 3 is one of those movies you have to like watch and kind of just turn your brain off. You have to turn your brain off to watch that.
Three is the one I'm looking forward to watching the most again, because the first two I knew I loved them a lot, but three is the one that I'm looking forward to watching with a different mindset.
Yeah, because going back to what like Luke says, like when you watch things, you try to go in with open mind, like knowing how the movie turns out. Like I just think that like we know that the movie is not as good as it should be, but
Hmm.
it's still a good time though. Like there is some great scenes in that movie. It's just the way certain things are executed. I think making Sandman the basically the murderer was kind of left field. I do not think that was a good choice to do that. Because you're just giving him more
Yeah,
backstory that you're retconning things from the first movie, and it's a trilogy a trilogy trope that the third movie there's a lot of things you have to go back from the first movie. Star Wars did it, fucking Scream did it, shit. So
Dark Knight Rises
Dark
did it.
Knight Rises did it, yeah. So it just makes sense that it would be that they would do that. Um, so yeah, I don't think we got any comments. We ain't got no comments. So you got any giveaways, John? You got no nothing to give away. I don't think I got any codes to give away. Um,
Nah, not right now.
I don't have any codes to give away. So we're about to end the stream. Like I said, if you guys have been watching this long, if you're new to the channel, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. I will put both of Tyler and John's links in the description. Go check out their channels. Tyler, I'm sorry about your Blu-ray. Your DVD collection video. That is horrible that it didn't. It was
Mm.
an error. Do you know why it was an error? Was it too long?
no, no, it literally just said an error uploading, and it didn't let me do anything about it. The only option was to delete it.
Wow, yeah, and then you deleted the footage afterwards. Then when I usually upload something, I try to keep it at least. I try to keep the footage at least for at least 5 minutes before anything happens. Even when I upload it, because there might be something I might have done wrong, so I just delete it and then re-upload it again.
Yeah, I don't delete it until the video is uploaded.
Yeah, because you never know, anything can happen, especially with YouTube.
Yeah.
YouTube is such a weird thing when it comes to uploads. Sometimes for me, like if I'm up making a Blu-ray hunt video, especially like where I go to the exchange, there's one time I uploaded and I forgot to take out the music. So like in the exchange, they
Mhm.
play loud music in there, and I usually mute that audio so I don't get copyrighted. And I was watching, like,
Mhm.
why did I get copyrighted? I'm like, oh, I forgot to mute the audio when I was in that store. So I had to delete it and
Mm.
re-upload it again. Basically, edit the whole video again and mute the audio and re-upload it again. Thank God I didn't delete the footage because I would have been really mad because I would have been I would have been copyrighted for that video. So yeah, I would say for that, I would just like I said, I think for Luke said he used StreamYard to live stream because you can't live stream because you don't have a certain amount of subscribers, but you can use StreamYard to live stream still, regardless. If you have when you have a certain amount of subscribers, I
Yeah.
think you have to have 1,000 subscribers to live stream straight through YouTube. But if you're using StreamYard, I don't think it matters. You just have to put your YouTube channel in. You have to make an account for StreamYard and just, because like I say, John, if you wanted to stream straight through YouTube, like if you were using your phone or anything, you couldn't do it. But you're using StreamYard, you can. So I would
Yeah,
say,
I'm using
yeah,
StreamYard on my phone now, but
right,
yeah, you can't stream without a third party unless you got 1,000 subscribers.
right, right. I probably like
Mm.
I was saying that. Well, I was saying in the chat, I was like, I might be using StreamYard to do my collection video because it just might be easier just to do it as a live stream instead of editing each part. I commend people to actually take the time to do the entire video and edit that way. Because that's a lot of work to do. Like I think Mid-Level Media did his Blu-ray collection video, and I just know that was a lot of time to film that entire collection and to do each part, like do a 2-hour thing like that. It takes a lot of time because obviously they editing each part, taking movies off, putting movies back. I just couldn't do that. It's just I don't think I would have the time to do that. That's why I just do it as a live stream.
Oh no! When I do my collection videos, I just take all the joints out. I don't got time to be going back and forth from the closet.
That's what I'm gonna do too. And obviously, all my stuff is behind me. It's for me. It's gonna be worse because I got fucking in Blu-ray wise, I got over 1,400 Blu-rays. So, like when I did it this year earlier, it was terrible. It was terrible, and I was live streaming from my phone, so I had to worry about. If people called me, my live stream will stop and I'll have to restart it again. That's why I think I'm going to do it through here because I can use my webcam and just record it that way. I might end up by that time.
That's why I turned on Do Not Disturb.
I did that, but if you FaceTime me, it's still going to go through FaceTime.
Really?
Yes. So if I would turn off, I did that. I did Do Not Disturb, and my brother FaceTimed me during the live stream of that video. So there's a part in my collection video I'm talking about a movie and I disappear and I come back in frame because he FaceTimed me while I was doing it. Somebody actually timestamped was like, it looked like you did like a magic trick and I went away and came back. And I'm like, oh yeah, just because somebody FaceTimed me, I had to like restart the stream again. Thank God it didn't thank God I didn't have to restart it because I would have been pissed. But so yeah, I probably might just use this. I might actually end up upgrading my package because you can actually film in HD when you upgrade to when you pay for a StreamYard. I think when you're doing the free version, you only stream in 720, not in 1080p HD. So by that time, I'll probably have the actual version. So there'll be no banners or anything like that. I'll be able to put a background and stuff like that. But we'll see. I'm not prepared to do that because by that time, I will probably have a lot more movies because we still got October, November, and December to go through for more movies to come out. But I might be dying down, obviously, because I'm preparing for a wedding now. So I might not be doing that many Blu-ray hunt videos within these next couple months because I got to save my money now. So I'll probably figure out some other content to do in between that time, especially when it get cold outside because I don't want to be driving, especially you know how the weather is, Tyler. I don't want to be driving in the snow and to do a Blu-ray hunt video. I just don't want to do that. I really don't. John, you probably got the best of both of us because he's down south, so you probably can do more than I can when it comes to traveling. But here the weather is so unpredictable. Who knows if it's gonna rain, snow, be sunny, or who knows. So probably within the wintertime, I'll probably die down on Blu-ray hunting. I'll probably do a hunting video for Black Friday, probably, but that's about it. You'll probably see more Blu-ray update videos than Blu-ray hunting videos around that time.
Yeah, Black Friday. I'm looking forward to Black Friday.
Yeah, it's probably going to be a very exciting one because we have more releases. Last year, there was nothing out. That's why that Black Friday was trash. I hope they don't do the month thing like they did it. They spread it throughout the month because it's hard to catch when actually they put
Alex,
the
it's
stuff
trash
up.
for you. Alex, it's trash for you because you own everything, bro.
Yeah, you're right.
It's not trash for me.
The problem with me is I buy everything day one. So like for instance, like I just bought the thing. I bought the thing at Shawshank. I could have waited for those because they're gonna be on sale for Black Friday. But the thing is, a lot of people forget that it might not come with a slip cover. I might not get the slip. It might just be like this. This might be just on the shelf like this. It won't have a slip cover. So, and if people are really thirsty about getting slips, you have to buy day one because once the slip is gone, it's gone.
I don't know about that because Mortal Kombat's been out for a while, and I just went to Best Buy like a week ago, and they still had a lot of slips for Mortal Kombat. So
I just don't think people went out to buy that film because it's on fucking HBO Max. Same with Justice League. I mean, like yeah, and Godzilla versus Kong. Like those movies, you can watch on HBO Max, so people aren't running to. And I think it's like that more with those movies because you can watch them streaming. But like The Thing, I mean, The Thing is a known classic. I only seen like 2 copies when I went in there for the 4K. And if they make more copies of it won't come with a slipcover.
I went in so fast to get the Steelbook that the lady had
you're lucky,
put it on the shelf yet.
You're lucky because I still haven't seen it in none of the stores. John, have you seen The Thing Steelbook yet when you went to Best Buy?
Nope.
Yeah, you're lucky, Tyler. But you went in like before, right when they opened up, though, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, there was no way I was gonna make it then because I had to work that early morning. So, guess
Oh,
John, guess where my Zack Snyder's Justice League Blu-ray is getting shipped from?
Where?
Buzz Bubbles.
Georgia. Getting shipped from Georgia, and I wanted to see you. That's like,
Where
look,
at?
Macon,
Macon?
Macon, Georgia.
That's
That's where it was at, and then it went through Atlanta something, and then now it's being shipped out to me. So I should have it by
yeah,
Monday. I might do
Macon.
like a special
Macon is
unboxing for
south
that
of
one.
here.
Yeah, I might do a
Bro,
Macon.
I,
special
I honestly
unboxing for
feel
that
like
one.
Warner Brothers is being so terrible with their artwork on their slips and their steelbooks. Their slips look fucking atrocious. The Wonder Woman one looked terrible.
You talking
The
about artwork
Justice
wise,
League
right?
one I fucking hate. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you talking about the Zack Snyder's
I
Justice League?
hated I hated that one. And the Suicide Squad looks terrible too.
You talking about the one they about to release? Yeah, I think at this point they just
Yeah.
don't care about the artwork when it comes to that, especially
I
for
think
these
the
films.
They don't
suicide
this
I think the Suicide Squad one the looks the best out of all of them. It still doesn't look all that great, but I
Yeah,
think that one looks the best out of all of them.
yeah.
the
There's a lot of
Blu-ray
artwork they
looks
could have
better than the
used.
Steelbook.
Yeah, there's a lot
I
of
mean
different
than
artwork. I
the
wish they
than the
would have chose
4K.
different artwork. Yeah, I agree. I agree.
I
I don't.
really wish they would have had
I'm
the.
not even gonna lie. I don't like the steelbook design. Did you guys see the steelbook design for the Suicide Squad?
They don't look that good.
I don't like
Yeah,
it either. So
it's all right.
I might end up just getting the slipcover for that one, John. I don't
I
think I'm
don't
getting
I
the
don't
steelbook for that one.
understand. Like I don't understand how Justice League and Suicide Squad were so fucking good, yet the artwork for them is terrible. Yet Wonder
Yeah,
Woman 84 had a great steelbook for it, and that movie's a
yeah,
piece of
They
shit.
don't care.
Like I,
yeah. They
They
don't
don't
care. Yeah,
care.
for sure. Yeah, yeah.
I just don't get
Or
that
the
shit,
people
bro.
they hiring for the artwork don't care. They just getting an image or just putting it on the thing. Because like I said,
Like I
I
would have.
like the Zack Snyder's Justice League artwork on the steelbook, but I got the slip, so I got both. You know, I got both
It could have
covers.
Same,
just been so much
same.
better. Like the poster for the actual movie is fucking awesome. Like that black and white version of the actual poster is so
Yeah,
badass. You could have
That
just
should
put
have been
that
the
on the
steelbook.
slip.
yeah, for sure.
hmm
Yeah,
And the
but
back could have been
it's
like that one poster
yeah. It should we should have got because I
where it
thought
was like
we
the
should have got
film
the Unite
reel.
the Seven we should have got the Unite the Seven poster somewhere on this
But
release.
that was an Aquaman thing. That
Yo,
wasn't Justice
let
League.
me.
Right.
Oh, it was Aquaman thing. I always wondered what the
Yeah.
fuck that even meant.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
Unite
don't know.
the seven kingdoms.
I don't care. I'm just happy to have it finally physically because, like I said, I was supposed to get it from someone. Someone was supposed to ship this to me from the UK, and it got messed up with the shipping. He tried to ship me some UK goodies, but it got shipped back to him. But he never sent it back to me or whatever. So I'm just happy to actually have it physically instead of having to worry about it being on HBO Max. The problem is it don't come with a code because they exclusively have it with HBO Max. My dad was upset because we share accounts. So I was like, oh, it doesn't come with the digital, so you can't watch it unless you get HBO Max. Um, so
But yeah, I just physical media sucks ass. Warner Brothers probably has released some of the worst steelbooks I've ever seen this year. The Mortal Kombat steelbook was trash.
yeah, the Shawshank Redemption
The
steelbook was trash.
the Godzilla one, Godzilla versus Kong, I didn't dig it.
Yeah,
The 4K steelbook for Godzilla wasn't bad. The 2014 one, that wasn't bad.
yeah. I like the slipcover better than the steelbook.
Oh yeah. I can't think of. I'm trying to think of Warner Brothers steelbooks that they released and they used to have some bangers, like the one for The Shining. The 4K for The Shining was fucking fantastic.
Yeah,
The yellow one, with
yeah,
the
with
maze.
yeah. I ended up passing up on that one because I didn't like it at the time, but now looking at it, I'm like, I should have picked it up. But I like the slipcover better for The Shining than the steelbook as well. I like that slipcover better.
The long Halloween ones are only good because they match. Like,
Yeah,
really,
but they didn't
they're only
change
good.
anything though. That's why I ended up picking the slips because it's not different artwork. It's the same artwork on the front of both of those. So if it was different artwork, I would have picked it up. But it's the same. You know, I'm paying for the steel casing. I'm just paying for the steel casing. So I was like, nah.
I
I'm
think
and they were like $5
like
cheaper. So I'm like, oh yeah.
like it's gonna sound silly, but I honestly think as soon as they started putting the credits on the back of the steelbooks, their steelbooks got worse. Like the Tenet one is trash.
They got the
I
credits on
hate
the back
that.
of the Long Halloween steelbooks too.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
Oh, I was asking Tyler because he has both of them. Oh yeah, I don't like that.
The
They did it for
the
Harry
Mad
Potter.
Max one wasn't bad. The Mad Max Fury Road one, that one's not bad.
Yeah, they
I
did.
like that one
They
quite a
did that
bit.
for the Harry Potter steelbook too. You got the credits at the bottom of it. Some people like that
But
though.
yeah,
I mean,
bro.
I know some people like that because they people don't like that they put it on the J card and then this artwork on the back. So, like some people like looking at the information. So, but if you throw the J card away, you don't have that information anymore. You know. So I think I was watching Austin St. Pierre. He actually keeps the J card and put it inside of the case. Like how where the digital codes be, he cuts like the top of it and put it inside of the case. So, or I think he cuts the
That's
bottom,
smart.
either the bottom or the top, and he keeps it so he can read the information of the movie. And I was like, damn, that's a great idea. But like most of my J cards are gone. Like I done threw them away, not thinking, oh yeah, I could just cut the top of it. And some of them I did end up keeping. Like for instance, I don't know, I kept this J card on here for some reason, but I don't think there's an artwork on the back. Is there? Yeah, there's artwork on the back. Yeah, no, I lied. There's Tom Cruise looking at
Yeah,
the
bro.
damn shit. I kept this one for some reason. I don't know why.
Like in a realm where you have Lionsgate making the best steelbooks out here, and Disney making pretty good ones. Paramount's making some pretty good ones too. Warner Brothers is dead making some of the worst steelbooks I've ever seen. Do you know the amount of times I've been like, "Oh, this steelbook is going to be amazing," and then I see the steelbook and I'm like, "That's it."
AJ, you see the title and you are 2 hours and
This
36 minutes late, AJ. You got to watch on the replay because we were
man.
watching Spider-Man 2, buddy. You missed it again, man.
This man.
We're gonna have a chat.
Over,
We're gonna have a chat inside of the Instagram chat, buddy. You just got to watch on the replay because we're about to end the stream in like a minute because I know everyone has to get to their families. It's 11:30 at night. Not gonna hold these guys up. We will definitely chat again. We're gonna chat inside the group chat. So, but AJ, like I said, you're gonna have to check out the replay. Like I said, it's been fun watching this movie with you guys. Me and John do this a lot, so that's why I came up with the idea with doing this because there have been many a time John been over my house and we're watching the movie. We're sitting there talking about it the whole time, and we say in our heads, "Why we ain't got a camera on us right now?" We say that every time. So I'm like, man, why does it be cool to just do it as a watch along series on here? And now I think, John, we are gonna just make it a part of Nerd Talk. Like, I put Nerd Talk in the title too, so I think I'm just gonna make it a part of Nerd Talk. So like on days, not on Sundays. So like on like a random day, if we want to do one, it'll just be a Nerd Talk episode. So that's how we're gonna do it. The next one most likely will be Spider-Man 3 because we already did Spider-Man 2. For October, like I said, hopefully, I don't know if Ken's still watching, but I know he has a ritual where he watch Halloween on Halloween Day. I want to do watch Halloween with him because I'm a big Michael Myers guy, and I know he's a huge Michael Myers guy. John, I said, if you want to come in for that, you can do it too if you want to, but I already asked him if he want to do it, and he said he's down. That's got to give him the date I want to do it. So, but it's not going to be on Halloween Day. I'm not going to do it on Halloween Day. It's going to be somewhere in October, though. So, but the next one most likely will be Spider-Man 3. Like I said, Tyler, if you're down for it, you're always welcome to join. I probably will have like one more person. I have Tyler and bring on another person. Maybe AJ. If you down for it, let me know, AJ. I'll talk to you in the group chat. But yeah, so hope you guys enjoyed this live stream. We still got 5 people in the chat. Shout out to you guys watching. Like I said, if you guys haven't, check out these guys' YouTube channels. Tyler is not that active, but still go check out his channel. Go check out Smooth J Stew. His link will be in the description as well. He has some great content. He started a new live show called Studio Time with some great guests on there. Like last week, the guest he had on there was like a really nice guest. He has an awesome TikTok and all that stuff. So yeah, go check out their channels. And like I say, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. More videos will be coming in the future. More Blu-ray hunts, more Blu-ray collections, more live streams, more reviews, all that good stuff. And we are on this one, you guys. Peace out.
Stay smooth.